Just so you're aware, chat, I'm doing the post real quick. Just give me a second here. YouTube post, Discord post, all the posties. Got one more to do. Do, 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 do.
Season
We are
finale
live.
of,
We're live.
Okay.
Okay. I always fear that when I'm gonna log in, I'm gonna hear someone just belt out like the fucking nastiest slur. It's like out of habit. No, my perfect record. Not gonna lie,
yeah,
I would
no,
laugh.
We just start a chalkboard in the corner. Number of days without a gamer word.
You
Uh,
know me, Slurmeister.
Flurmeister. That's
I'm saying slurs all over the place.
a term for it. So Hummel ain't gonna be here tonight. He's got a thing to jiggle. So it's just us.
Yes.
Yep, we got a couple dates, and Moonin getting,
Couple dates
getting it
in
on.
Moonin, yeah.
Just a little reminder for Guard
Moonin
about the
doesn't-
Arasaka Mule Potion.
He doesn't
in
play
case you
around. He gets
forgot.
straight to the action.
No
Oh, yeah.
booze. I ain't forgot about the Arasaka mule. Just trying to work that fucking mule point in.
I'm
Typical-
sorry. The fucking what?
Don't worry about it, player. Just fucking
Nah, I'm
Stay-
gonna worry about the Arasaka.
stay in your fucking lane, player.
Do I at least get some like fucking mantis blades with the Arasaka Corp? Like, is that what's gonna happen?
Mantis blades. This fucking
Can I
guy.
get some Kuroshi optics for the +1 to hit with my machine gun? Some subdermal armor to increase my DR?
Jesus Christ. Subdermal
Better
armor.
yet, give me the gorilla. Give me the gorilla arms. I'm gonna beat the shit out of Hommel for not showing up.
Give me that goddamn gorilla mode arms. He's going gorilla mode on Hummel.
Sugi needs to get his chrome up for real. Time to chip in.
Why the hell does guy keep calling me Chooms?
Oh no.
Jeez.
Someone meal potions Sugi to just like mind swap with somebody from the Cyberpunk universe for like a session. Like he gets the the Johnny Silverhand debuff for one session.
Just like a debuff for your only slur is gonk. It's like, damn, man. Fucking gonk.
I'll do it. I'll summon a fucking guitar.
All right. So last session we left off. You guys had a range day.
Thank you for flying.
Two you did. What else
27
happened last?
fucking months, my guy.
I got my orders from Olur.
Mm-hmm. Your holy orders.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I believe, real quick, Sugi, your date it was with Todd and Tina, correct?
Yeah, Latina. And that is day 2. And then the next day, nothing happening. Day 4, cleanse. You know, cleaning day. Spring cleaning.
It says cleanse. I will purge the unclean in his name. Let's see. Oh my document.
Slaughter.
I'm trying to not. There's a fucking meme where it's these two pigs discussing like corn or some shit, and it fucking kills
Oats.
me every time. Oats, thank you. No, brother. The bipedals gave me the oats, for they like me more. No, brother. It's just, it's like I
They
hate
only give us the oats when they plan to take us to the barn of no return.
to the barn of no return. It shouldn't make me laugh, but it does. Really does. Okay. So let's see here. Where the fuck do we want to start with this particular brand of nonsense? Because right now the pairings are Ru Kumiko, fucking Sugi, and Tantina. So I guess the one. So real quick before I forget, where the hell are you guys going? Because one's going to the Blueberry Grave or some bullshit. Berry Grave Inn, and Sugi, where the fuck are you going?
I was gonna figure that out. Well, mostly the date was I was gonna show her some human music, but Sugi's plan was to like drive around, visit some shops, hang out for a bit, and then like if she still wants to hang out later, because I'm picking her up late, we can go stargazing.
Gotcha. What's that fucking shop she owns? I gotta go through my fucking books here. They have labeled as chalk 1 and chalk dust. Morrigram Cross. That's what it is. Alright, now we're in action.
Canoeing.
What? Wait!
Unrelated.
Unrelated. Don't forget Suki has the wingman. Yeah, I know. I'm fully aware.
The what?
Now, I know you said Nambu. I read that as Naboo pistol. I heard the noise in my head. Just that fucking Naboo pistol squawk.
I don't
Right.
know. We saw how last time Wingman went with the rifle.
I think it went fine. What are you talking about? It'll be fine.
Yeah, Hummel just struck out with the dark-skinned femboy. It's fine.
Maybe. You know what? I'll hit up the dark skinned femboy as well.
The fucking
Dealer.
the fucking library worker.
Yeah,
Did I give that guy a
If
fucking
they-
name?
Date goes poorly. That's target 2.
I think you did, but I don't remember what it was.
I probably wrote it down. Let's gotta find it. 1 second here. You know which game was how many games ago was it?
I want to say the one before last.
Okay. Let's see here.
I think it was the same session that Sugi beat the shit out of Hummel.
Yeah, 'cause then he went to the library, beat up.
Yeah. Get in my van, man. Fucking party fell. I
Don't
don't.
bust all over the van, bro. Minus 1,000 aura.
Well, saying chat. I can't remember what the fuck the guy, fucking thing's name was. The library worker. I didn't think it'd be particularly important.
Always
I'm not
important.
sure. I'm not sure he got far enough to give her a name.
I could have sworn I said a name of some kind.
Just come up with a new name and retcon it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
You know,
easy.
it's an option, yeah.
That's the easy way, though. Come on now, we can't do things the easy way around here. We gotta suffer and wish we were dead 24/7. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and.
I mean, there's no records of that session, so
Mhm.
I wonder why that is. I think someone did a whoopsie doopsie.
Got ripped from the Imperial records.
What?
Got ripped from the Imperial records.
Deleted that fucking Jedi lexicon instantly.
Okay, Sugi. So you're just going. So you said you're gonna be driving around in the van and
Yes.
trying to.
Yeah, I was gonna show her human music.
You're gonna what?
Show her human music?
In what way?
It's-
Like, well, you mean like with her in the van?
Yeah.
Okay. So, say you haven't like picked her up yet, have you?
No, because I had to pick her up like at like 7. I was doing
Okay.
shit beforehand,
Yeah.
and then we ended the session.
All right. So the things did beforehand you got done though, didn't you? Because you more or less conversed with Oler.
Yeah, picked up Hummel, did all the shit I needed to. I'm just biting. Yeah, no, I was just hanging out. I got the yellow suit.
That's right.
Remember?
That's right. Because the van provided you with some new digs, correct?
Yeah, it's gonna show up in that. She's probably gonna hate it, and then I'm gonna be like, "Well, do you have anything else that's like better to wear?" And then Sugi might get new drip that way, hopefully.
Well, you know, these clothes would probably look better on your floor, ma'am.
That was painful. That was horrible,
Oh.
painful. They look better on your carpet. I didn't get tossed out in the fucking rain. I said it was a joke. It
I
was
get
just
kicked
a
out of my own
joke.
car.
She just steals your van. My
Get the
ride.
fuck out. Okay.
They don't have my van. My van. Fucking drive along. Okay, so Sugi, you arrive at Tantina. Yeah, so at the Borgum Cross you arrive, and Tantina is waiting for you, and she's wearing a simple day outfit, nothing too extravagant, just a simple pair of trousers and boots, and very poofy, light fabric tunic, and she's wearing a waistband that goes about from the bottom of the rib cage to about just under the middle rib cage. Just kind of tie in that big poofy shirt together, kind of tell folks where her waist is, that kind of thing. It's a very, very normal town outfit in a way. But she is, for some reason, despite the fact that it's pretty late in the day, she's still wearing a hat. And she's wearing another kind of hat. This is actually a peaked hat. Now, this peaked hat is not affiliated with anyone because it lacks a buckle. So if you see a peak hat with no buckle or pin or other kind of adornment to the broad face of it, it means it's not it's a simple hat. It's not affiliated with something. But go ahead and give me a brain power check. Sorry, brain power save.
I think it's the same thing.
What, a 0? You do find it a bit curious as to why she's wearing this hat so late in the day when there's no sun to keep out of her eyes.
So I'm just gonna pull up next to her, and I'm gonna step out. Does she have an immediate reaction to my god awful suit?
I want to roll for it. And Chet, she's a southern elf. Guess you're wondering.
I totally haven't killed a shit ton of those.
Oh, no.
Haven't killed a shit ton of those. She is absolutely enraptured by just the absolute outlandish look of your clothing. You see that her eyes kind of light up. She goes, "What are you wearing?" And she kind of gestures towards all of you.
Well, I picked up something I hope was nice to wear. You don't seem to be disgusted by it.
She goes, Where did you find this? Where did you find these clothes?"
Oh, do you want the honest answer, or do you want me to say something more reasonable? Because you might not believe it.
I mean, I've an open mind, she can, because she's a southern elf living in here, so she's a more open-minded sort.
I am being entirely serious when I say there is a magic cabinet inside of my vehicle that provides me with things.
A magic cabinet.
Yes.
By chance, because I've seen this one before, is it one of the cabinets where when you put something inside of it, something alive comes out?
No, it does not do that.
That's probably for the best, because I don't think that the city of Sishit has recovered from the massacre when they found one of those little bitty toys. No, it doesn't really matter. No, as long as it's, you know, just a regular magical cabinet, not like a come alive cabinet, so it should be just fine.
Yeah. It provides me with human-made items.
Can you perhaps convince it to make more of these weird little clothes things? And she seems to she seems to be looking towards your car with a lot of interest.
Do you want to find out?
I mean, if you'll let me find out.
Absolutely. I'm gonna open the side door
Okay.
and gesture her in.
So she quickly clambers inside because she can see the cabinets right there in the middle of the van, despite the automatic weapon turret. It kind of takes up a lot of room. And she quickly clambers inside with her ear caps still intact on her ears. She's still wearing her ear caps. So the ear caps, I think I did or did not tell you this. Southern elves wear
Yeah,
ear caps
absolutely.
that make them appear longer and more valley elf-like. That way they don't stick out as much.
Yeah, so if you just think about something and open up that cabinet, there's a somewhat decent chance it'll provide something kind of randomly assorted. It may also not be exactly what you're thinking about. There's no real control over it. It just happens.
She kind of like looks at you and goes, "Well, can you summon more clothes then? Can you just ask it for more clothes?"
Just envision the want for clothes and then try opening the cabinet.
So, as she envisions this want for clothes, she's not really sure. She's not really sure what to envision, but she's seeing a particular kind of people around base, and she kind of closes her eyes, you know, and she opens the cabinet. Now, as she does, there is clothing laying there, on the bottom shelf of the cabinet, but it looks a bit different than what even you were expecting. This van is from what year again? Shit.
77.
77, that's right. So this van produces a very odd set of clothing. There are a pair of what appear to be Veil Rider issued black combat boots. However, they don't bear the markings or stamps of the Veil Riders, and the sole looks very different. It's not that standard hard sole, but a more sophisticated modern sole, as well as a blue jean jacket, a green, blue, and yellow plaid skirt, and what appears to be some kind of graphic tee with a man wearing wings in the middle of it. Now she pulls it out. She looks completely confused, and she goes, "Oh, what is this?" Kind of holds it out in front of you, like,
I have no clue. As I said, it pulls out something sort of random.
Time for an autism roll. Here we go. So she appears to be absolutely enraptured by this clothing and your clothing. And she goes, "You know, I think we need to take this apart." And she starts like gathering the clothes up in her arms, and she kind of bundles herself out of the van holding this clothing. And she's quickly walking towards the door of her shop. What do you do?
If you would like to continue on this date, I would be happy to try to figure something out with this cabinet with you.
She goes, "Why don't you just come inside?" And she opens the door up and goes inside of her shop.
Lead the way.
I will say though, is like as she jerks open the door to her shop, her hat kind of moves, and you see something within her hat kind of bump against the inner wall of the peak. But as she drags herself inside, starts laying out these clothes, You watch as she starts dissecting the clothes themselves. She starts taking a seam ripper and running it along the t-shirt and along this jean jacket, and she's slowly dissecting all the pieces to this clothing and more or less digesting how this jacket and how this shirt was put together. And when she has all of her things all taken apart, you see that her eyes are actually glowing with some kind of odd ethereal light as she is simply committing everything to absolute perfect memory. And she looks at you and goes, okay, now yours, and gestures towards your clothing.
It's a little bit early to ask me to strip, don't you think?
What are you talking about? It's like she kind of looks around the wall. It's like it's like 8 o'clock. It's fine.
You say so.
What do you do?
Sugi's gonna start slowly removing his clothing.
So as you remove your clothing, she snatches it out of your hands and immediately sets it down on her big work table and starts ripping those seams. And before you're even able to get like your next piece of clothing off, she's already got the whole thing dissected and set apart in its pieces. Problem is though, as she takes your clothes one by one, she's not giving you any back. She's just taking your clothes.
Okay, Sugi is just gonna stand there in his underwear and shoes again. Unfazed.
Are you wearing modern or not modern underwear?
He's wearing modern underwear.
So as you're sitting there in your underwear and shoes, she looks at you, looks at your underwear and goes, those two, let's go. And points at your underwear. Um,
Are you sure?
She goes, well, I can't tell how it works if you're still wearing the damn things.
Okay then. He's just full nude in this shop now, except for his shoes.
Saying you're wearing shoes, you're not fully.
Somehow even more naked than he was before.
Okay. Now, Sugi, you kind of stand there awkwardly as the Southern Elf completely ignores you for the next half hour as she's just working on this clothing, and you get kind of annoyed because she's more or less ignoring you for this half hour stretch of time. And I want to say that about a half hour passes of her just ignoring you and working on these clothes and kind of taking measurements and drawing and tracing out blanks on pieces of paper. She rolls up and scrolls and puts in a cubby hole. She's kind of doing her own thing right now and appears to have completely forgotten about you. What do you do?
Tatina?
She goes, and she's kind of looking down at the clothing.
Are you still interested in this date?
She goes, yeah. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. And she's kind of like waving her hand at you a little bit. And she's like still tracing out the clothing and taking measurements and writing in a journal and all that. But you do notice that as she's kind of moving her head back and forth rapidly, the peak of her hat kind of moves back and forth. But you see, again, something inside that hat catch against the clothing, like a small bump. I bet she has grippy socks. Shut up, chat.
Hey, Tatina, can I see what's inside of your hat? I'm curious, and you've taken all of my clothes, so I feel like it's only fair.
When you ask that, she freezes. And you see her eyes kind of dart over towards you, but she doesn't move her head. She goes, why do you want to see what's inside my hat?
The same reason you asked me to strip all of my clothes and then rip them apart.
I'm doing this for tailoring science. You don't need to see what's under my hat.
Why don't I need to see what's under your hat?
Because I said you don't. And she suddenly straightens up and looks at you full on. And again is kind of ignoring the fact you're naked. She goes, there's nothing important under my hat.
Is that just like an obvious lie?
It's her statement to you. And her face is quite stern when she says it. If you want, you can do investigation and... Well, I should see here. What skills do you have? Intimidate. History. In... What do you want to do with this statement posed to you, then? Sugi. Okay. Make sure you ain't, like, muted again.
I don't want to, like, make her upset, but, like, Sugi's kind of obsessed with anything magical. And so he's like, you know, there's got to be something under there. Is it like a family memento or like a personal thing I should stop asking about?
She goes, yes, it's none of your business. She kind of looks down at the clothing and looks at you and goes, I should get you some clothes. And she kind of walks away and grabs you a bundle of the appropriately more or less sized clothing. She hands you a set of civilian clothing, more or less. Just a trouser, a nice, like loose fitting shirt with a wide collar on it, and a pair of underwear. She goes, I'm gonna go change. And she looks quite perturbed. She's not looking you in the face, and she kind of like rounds a corner and walks upstairs. But she's back pretty quick, and the only thing that's changed is that she's no longer wearing her hat. And you see that her hair is quite messy up on top of her head there. But she kind of goes, I guess we can go now.
Sounds good to me. Thank you for the clothes.
And she goes, I'm keeping these, though.
I guessed as much.
She goes, okay. And she kind of like brushes past you towards the door. It appears you ask, it could be safe to assume that you asking her what's under her hat has kind of changed her mindset abruptly from her happy place to a not happy place.
Well, I probably just won't bring up the hat thing again. I didn't do anything wrong, so I'm not going to apologize for it. But, yeah. Can I at least... Yeah, I'm just going to open up the passenger door.
So she does get in. And she gets in and sits down in the seat. Now, as you guys are driving down the street, did you have any particular idea where you wanted to go, or?
I was just gonna make some small talk and ask her if she was hungry or if she had eaten yet.
So she goes, no, I haven't eaten yet. I've been quite busy all day. I don't think I've eaten at all, really. I think I even drank anything. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, my mouth is really dry. And like you kind of see that she kind of smacking her mouth, and you see that she's actually like her stomach is actually rumbling. Like it's like that empty.
Did you want to stop some? Actually, let me see if I can whip something up real quick. I'm going to open up the cabinet looking for maybe like a bottle of water or like something.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna call you
like,
one and call.
I'm
gonna call you one and her two. Okay, so it heeds your mental commands and not hers, and it produces a single bottle of water to your first thought.
Okay, I'm gonna move around the turret and be like, here you go. It's just a bottle of water.
I'm gonna say it's a what's that fucking dumbass sparkling water brand? It's fucking Perrier water.
Perrier?
Yeah,
Perrier water?
Yeah.
Perrier.
It's a bottle of like green Perrier.
It might have some like flavor to it, but it's water.
She goes, oh, okay. And she kind of like It takes her a minute to figure out how to open it, but she eventually, gets it open. Now, as you two are kind of trying to figure out where you want to go, Kumiko and Rue, what is you guys were together when we last left off? I believe Kumiko was trying to chase down Moonin or some shit, wasn't it?
No.
No, Moonin was trying to get away from her, but he
Mhm.
didn't do a great job of that.
He just barely slipped by, I think.
Yeah.
But you two are on the same street, so you guys can
Yes.
properly plan amongst yourselves.
Yeah, and I think we already had in mind that we were just going to go straight over there. I think she said that she wanted to stop off at a potion shop, right? Or
I
was
did?
that Moonin?
Oh, we did stop off at the shop to get salmon oil or fish oil.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. You
Right,
want
right, right.
you want something for
Webs.
for your webbing.
The one where the clerk called my dick small, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it
The
didn't
one
call
where
your
the clerk
dick
called me a
small.
virgin. The one where the clerk called me a virgin. Oh, man. But yeah, I guess
But
after
was he
that we
wrong
go...
though? But was he wrong?
Yes.
Yeah. It's in my backstory.
No.
I totally slung pipe in the village, bro. You have no idea.
No, maybe not in the village, but elsewhere. Oh man, but yeah, I guess we just go straight towards it was like what, the Blueberry Grave Inn or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Berry Grave Inn or something.
The Berry Grave Inn.
Enjoy your stay there for now.
Mhm.
Before it burns down.
Thank
It's a
God
weird-
you're not playing Jeremy with the blacklight feature.
Weird,
That'd be
ominous
so
air,
fucking
and it's odd.
That'd be so
Mhm.
fucking funny because you know Boris would kill somebody. He'd smell the cum stains just.
Why is it sticky? Why is the table sticky?
Oh, I don't want to think about that. I really don't want to think about that because I've been in restaurants like that before.
I
It's
spilled
terrible.
a drink
Oh no.
on your table. Let me get that for you. Oh, thank you.
Mhm,
Oh, God.
definitely.
It's definitely wine. I spilled some pilk on your table. My bad. Let me clean it up for you.
Pilk.
Okay.
I need to make some pilk and drink it on stream one day or something. I don't know.
I'll do that.
A nice
Oh.
body temp pilk, 98 degrees.
Pilk mixed with lean. Peen.
Joe Biden's flavor.
Oh,
Clean. Cursed. Very cursed.
Oh, man. Yes.
Remember?
But yeah,
so-
making our way up to the door.
Hold on. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah. Sorry.
I fucking remembered. I was
What?
sitting there staring blankly at my screen trying to remember for Pepsi and eggnog. Pegnog.
Pepsi and eggnog.
I'd try it.
It's called
I'm done
Pegnog.
drinking at least once.
If this campaign makes it to Christmas, we'll drink Pegnog live on stream.
Oh, will
Hell
we?
yeah.
Oh, fucking will we?
I'll do
Mayhaps,
shots of the
mayhaps.
alcoholic eggnog.
I can't believe everyone got pegged on stream. It was crazy. So Kumiko and Root arrive at the Berry Grave Inn, and this could not be a more family-friendly inn. As you guys walk inside, this is very clearly a family restaurant, bar, and inn. There are actual stools designed for children to sit at the table. Everything is very bright and colorful, and it's very clear that this kind of inn and its restaurant is geared towards families and children.
Cool.
Oh my god, what is this?
Rip-
Looking
Oh my
around the
God.
What
room,
is
Rue wouldn't know this, but do I see any pineapples?
There are a lot of fruit, really. So more or less, the main draw of this restaurant is that it is based off of Chuck E. Cheese, in a way, where
Oh, I thought it was semi-classy.
no, it's still classy. This is actually the most popular eatery on this comp, and
So it's like Olive Garden.
it's like Olive Garden, sure, but with like small games in the back near the bar. that are technically not games. You're still throwing darts and shit, but they're all human games where you can win prizes. And a lot of the games have like an adult height and a children height. So there are kids throwing darts and shit, and yeah, trying to win these prizes. But it is more or less a, you know that well, who here has seen Onward?
Nope.
Sounds familiar. I don't think I've watched it.
There's an old inn that's like it's basically an old D&D inn, but it's like a family eatery with like mascots and shit inside of it and karaoke. Anyway, but yeah, so you two walk inside, and it's safe to say, Kumiko, that every child stops and just looks at you, and like the whole inn goes quiet as all these kids realize there is a spider person in their midst. So I'm gonna do a roll here to see what percentage are friendly towards you.
Mhm.
Not a lot. Not a lot. There is a sudden general outcry of fear.
Big boy
Hold on.
through.
Tom has activated a mule potion. There is
Maybe
one
we should go
D4 people
find
with
another
pineapple
place. I
keychains
didn't
being
think they would
casually
be this
worn
bad.
only for those who know.
Okay,
That
so as the
may be.
children start screaming and running towards their parents, you, Rue, you do see there's one employee going, "Please, everyone, calm down. She's part of the Veil Riders," but he's wearing a pineapple keychain. But the employees are going, "Everyone, please calm down, calm down," and they're trying to calm down the kids who are screaming and crying and pointing at, like Kimiko. There are dozens of hands pointing towards you, and they're screaming "monster" and shit. But there are a small handful, about 4 or 5 kids, who do kind of toddle up towards you, Kumiko, and they're kind of like they're
Emotional damage.
they're pensive about you, but they're pensive from about 5 feet away, and they're just kind of staring at you, observing you, absorbing you, trying to make sense of you. What do you do?
She just like, she looks embarrassed as fuck. She's just like hiding her face in her hand, and she's just like, maybe we should go.
It's not helped when a Valley says, "Honey, please don't cry." She's like, she's completely normal mostly. She's a completely normal person, and she's kind of gesturing towards Kumiko.
Real kind of look at you and go, "Is that something that you'd like to do?"
Maybe, yeah, let's just,
All right, then let's go somewhere else.
As you go to turn to go, Kumiko, you feel someone very small grab your hand.
And she'll pause and look down.
As you look down, there is a brim-touched child with huge fucking horns. He is going to grow into his horns, and rather growing them along with him. And they're the shape of reverse ram horns. And he goes, "What do you eat?" Just, this kid has the least fear of the handful who are observing you.
I mean, like fish. I like fish.
Can you climb on ceilings?
Yeah.
You do it right now?
Rue's barely restraining laughter. He sees a lot of himself as a child in this interaction.
She's like, I could try. I don't know if that's allowed here.
You see the employees look at fear, like, because the kids are all still screaming. Rah! If you went inverted, it would not help anything. He's like, "Please, no ceiling." So what do you do?
You can go somewhere
let's
else if you'd be more comfortable.
Yeah. He honestly doesn't know how to respond to this kid.
So as you're kind of like puzzled, he goes, "Can you see with all your eyes?"
Yeah, and she'll like blink each of them individually, or like reverse do that. She'll like open one individually, all and go in a circle.
He goes, "How many fingers am I holding up?" Just at you.
7.
He goes, "Wow, that's cool."
Uh-huh.
And then he puts a Rue. "Is he your pet?"
No.
He's a dog though.
Eyebrows hit the hairline.
That's my friend.
Did
It's
you?
actually my
don't have a
commander.
hairline.
This kid goes, did you like buy him at a breeder?
At a what?
A breeder, you know, like they breed dogs.
No, that is a person that you're talking. Yeah, we're both people.
Yes, that is a person you're talking to.
Rue's getting a kick out of this. He's trying so hard not to laugh. He's really enjoying.
So this kid looks at Rue, looks at Kimiko, looks at Rue, and he goes, "Where's his collar?
He doesn't wear one.
You know that dog should be called and leashed on the cop, right? The MP say so."
Yeah, but
Well, this
Knowles
dog's
don't.
licensed to carry a gun.
Yeah, my dog's got a license to fucking carry. Raxum 60.
No, this is a knoll. You know, stands on two legs. On purpose.
On
This kid's like, "Whoa, your dog walks on two legs on purpose? That's crazy." He's like looking at Rue. And the kid goes, I think your dog and my dog would be good friends.
She's gonna lean over to Rue and say, "Do you want to really fuck with him for a second? Or this kid? What's this kid? Boy,
He's
girl?
A boy.
Yeah. Do you want to fuck with this kid for a second? Just play along. Don't get offended.
Is that
please."
racist?
No. Wait. Just play along. Give me 2 seconds.
Sure, let's see what happens.
She'll go, "You want to see something cool that he can do?"
She goes, "Yeah."
Turns to Rue and gives like a half apologetic look and says, "Speak."
Now
God,
this.
should I do it? I could do
Now
the worst
this
thing right
is
now.
racist.
She says, "Fuck."
I could do the worst thing right now.
You're-
I'm not gonna do it though, because it's highly inappropriate.
Just looks at this kid. You're adopted.
No. He's gonna say, "You ever heard of Santa Claus?"
This kid goes, "Oh, what is Santa Claus?" And like stares at Rue.
Don't worry about it. Just understand he isn't real.
He goes, "Okay." Cash shrugs his shoulders like, all right. You know. So this Brimfish boy goes, "Do you want to eat with my family? We have seats." He points towards this like
It's a very nice.
he points over his
It's a very
shoulder,
nice
and
offer.
you see this male Brimfish doing this number with his fucking hand on the table doing this, and his mom's just like polite little.
Kimiko waves back and just said, "You know what? That's very nice of you, but I think we're gonna find some place that is a little less scared of me."
Well, there are still kids screaming and crying all around you. Like it's this little partition in the sea of chaos of crying kids. And he goes, "Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay. Oh, I know. Can you make some web real quick? Like just make some web. That'd be cool. Could you like spin a web? I know. No, hold on. Could you spin a web and then your dog can throw a kid into the web and get all sticky and caught?"
Here, I have something for you. And she's gonna take out the failed kind of spinning stuff that she did before. It's just a little spool of thread.
This wad of web. Here you go, kiddo.
Yeah, but she's
Wow.
gonna pull it out she's gonna pull it out one string at a time, like a clown, you know, pulling handkerchiefs out of their shirt, but it's out of her pocket.
This very odd kid is enraptured, and a small veiled elf girl goes, "Wait, if he did throw us, would we stick to her web like bugs?" And they're all kind of like, So this little valley elf girl, another little valley elf boy, they're all kind of like, "Wait a minute, if she did spin a web large," you know, they're trying to like work through the math of it, and very slowly the parents are trying to pull their kids away, and the kid goes, No. He had a really good point. If she did a big web and we got like launched into it, it could be a really fun game. And the parents are like, "No, we're not doing that." No, and trying to pull their kids away.
Here, you take this web, and if you're able to build a web that can lift your friends, I'll let you keep it.
This kid snatches that entire ball of fucking webbing and gets to work.
And then she's just like, well, they're distracted. Let's go.
Yeah, let's head on out.
You guys leave.
You
Nice.
have created pandemonium
Yeah.
in this restaurant. I hope you
It's
understand
true.
that.
So door opens, kids screaming, wailing, crying. Door shuts. Silence.
Mhm.
So
Why is
There's
that
gonna be more
restaurant
screaming
soundproof?
soon.
why is that restaurant
Oh.
soundproof? I'm glad you caught that. All right, we're good. I am pleased as punch you caught that,
man.
Kimiko. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Oh man. So once we get outside, we're just gonna break down that and go, holy fuck, that was great. Oh man, I mean, obviously, I do feel a little bit bad that they got so freaked out by you, but for you, but that was really funny. I hope we can agree on that.
Thanks for going along with it.
Yeah, of course.
You know-
Oh man,
What if we just pick something up and go have a picnic somewhere?
sure, as long as we don't run into any cult members this time.
That'd be preferable. Yep.
Yeah.
Guess they're gonna go pick up some picnic supplies.
So as you guys walk by the big windows of the Berry Grave Inn, you do see the small boy is currently entrapping a crying child in silk, and his parents are trying to get him off of him. But there is a nearby store called Gnomes Malone, which is a kind of takeaway eatery.
Okay.
Fucking great.
Let's grab
Oh,
stuff
man.
from there and then maybe a blanket from the cabin.
Sure, that works for me.
So Gnomes Malone is based around takeaway foods, and they kind of pack it up for you. And as you guys kind of walk up to the store, it's an open face store and a big L shape on the corner. And it's quite clear they're designed to produce food for those in town and those leaving town. So there's actually subsections of food. There's simple, like, takeaway things. You pick what you want, like this meal or that meal, and all these little side dishes, vegetables and such. There's also, they're selling professional rations for like adventurers and mercenaries. So there's actually like 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day rations they kind of prepare up and have pre-packed in boxes and slings. So as you
They're
guys,
gonna go with like what's fresh,
well, of course, yes.
not made for long travel.
Yeah.
So for 7 silver, you guys can have a meal per person. That's pre-packed. You can just carry it with you, and they're packed in more or less these odd wooden and cloth box bags in a way, where it's a thin sheaf of wood placed inside these pockets of this cloth that keep it rigid. That way it won't fold or fall over. And they will give you a small discount when you bring the boxes, bag boxes back to the store.
Okay.
So 7 silver
Nice.
gets you a meal. There's like fish dishes, chicken dishes, red meat dishes. There's a question mark dish which just says meat in it, which is interesting. Then there's also vegetables and rices and grains. So do you guys want to get the usual scoopages?
I want to get
Yeah.
the question mark meal.
Excellent.
Kumiko will get fish and hope that it's less fishy fish. Fresh
Okay.
fish.
Okay, so fish in question mark. Excellent.
I'm daring. I want to find out what the mystery meat is.
I must know what this animal is. Yes. Animal.
They're the greenest people.
Bill Ryder, greenest people. So you guys have your bags. Now, do you guys want to go back to the cottage or out somewhere? Because there's a small park in Cop Stormhorn, mostly for the civilian workers. And it's like basically like a few benches, flowers, that general vibe. Roughly the size of, let's see, best I can think of here is it's about the size of a standard Planet Fitness. I think we all envision a single Planet Fitness size space. Trees, grass,
Sure.
benches, that kind
Yeah.
of shit. Bushes.
Hopefully, as the lights start to dim, or there's not like street lights out, but like as the sun starts to set, there will be fewer scared
Yeah.
children out.
Yeah, so when the sun's going down and the lamps are lit, it's a more adult space, As you guys are walking through it, you do notice that there are mortar and AA emplacements that are kind of in bushes And you guys kind of like look around, you realize there are actually people stationed there, and they're kind of like reading books and kind of like they kind of look at you and nod and go back to their book. So the park is actually a mortar bunker and AA bunker, just in case they need it. There's always at least. So while all the places need about 3 dudes apiece, it's about 15 of these fucking things. So it'd be like 5 guys total, just kind of there, make sure civilians don't pick up a mortar tube and run off with it, you know?
Mhm.
Jesus. Oh man. So I think we were planning on going back to the cottage to get like a blanket or something, then come back
Yeah.
here. So we
So
want to do that. And
Here's the fun part. At this park, there's actually a big ass box that's full of ground blankets. They're provided by the Veil Riders.
Oh, very nice.
This is to institute the ease of leisure laws made by Yule that allows civilians to be at leisure while working for the Veil Riders. So they provide the ground blankets and free water at the parks. So that way civilians can come by and relax for free. Hmm.
Okay. In that case, we would go over and pick up a blanket and find us a nice spot, maybe a little bit away from the
Emplacements.
the guys manning the emplacements. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know why I was thinking of encampments, but he was trying to kind of. I know it's unavoidable, but at this point, he's trying his best to get him out of eye shots that he doesn't have to. We don't have to listen to the wolf whistles.
There is an unmanned AA emplacement, which is basically 250 cals placed on a Gremlin aiming modulator. And so the only one in that look like kind of it's about a 5-foot high bush ring. And the only entity in that ring is the Gremlin who's currently inside that AA emplacement.
Gremlin?
Gremlin.
I've never heard of gremlins in the setting.
So in this setting, gremlins are dwarven spirits. They're not dwarves, just spirits that live with dwarves, and they can inhabit digital readouts. So for say for us, we use radar for aiming, you know, that kind of shit. They use gremlins to aim, and the gremlins run all the computations in the system and bring up the targeting circle and allow them to track distance. So a living entity is possessing the machine and helping them aim that shit.
That's really fucking cool.
As well, in lore, the gremlin will kind of talk shit to you if you miss. So you'll be like,
Of course,
because it brings up little words on the bottom of the screen readouts going, "What the fuck is wrong with you? You missed," you know, or like they'll give you like a little thumbs up if you hit something. So they're living entities, but more or less they're here just in case they're needed. You know, they kind of live and hang out in the boxes.
I just realized, was that what was inside of that guy's infrared goggles that the sleeper cell agent?
Would you like to know?
Fuck, okay, fine. Fine, keep your secrets, Magic Man.
Lore master, prick.
Oh,
so what do y'all do?
Yeah, I guess we'd pick up a spot close by, but, you know, trying to keep a path open so that if anybody needs to run up there and get in place, they can do that, no problem.
I mean, technically you guys are personnel, so you're just manning it on your own time. You know what I'm saying?
Technically speaking, yeah.
Technically.
I don't know how to fire 50 cals. As far as he knows, it's just point, pull the trigger, and try not to be thrown backwards.
You just push down on
Point
butterfly.
and shooty.
Yeah.
Did you know they call Rooty Tooty point and shooties guns? So you guys find this bush ring, and as you guys kind of settle in, you actually hear the gremlin kind of chirp from the screen. And if you guys look over, you'll see it kind of like looking at you from the screen.
I really like that. I might have to draw that. I unironically, I love that.
Yeah, so this gremlin looks like basically whatever it wants. And the more gremlins get exposed to human culture, the more they change themselves to certain things. However, this gremlin is still raw. So you see mostly this kind of spherical blob looking thing with a pair of like black void eyes, kind of like looking around at you. And his right now are kind of like this, like, kind of staring at you and Kumiko.
Mm-hmm.
Just try not to pay attention to it. Yeah.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
So if you wave, it goes, and like slowly fades from view. Like, all right, kind of like I'll allow it.
Oh man. But yeah, Rue's gonna open up his question mark meal. Based on the smell, can I kind of tell what it might be?
You know it's meat, but this thing is so heavily sauced and seasoned, you can't tell what kind of meat by smell. This is expertly hidden.
Hmm. What do you think this meat is, Kumiko? It just had a question mark on the label.
Uh, can Kumiko, who works with a lot of different food types, tell kind of what it is?
Give me bring in cooking and brain power.
Cooking and brain power. Okay.
So you can tell off the bat this meat is being hidden by its spices and its gravy and delightful vegetables. It's all been designed to hide the smell and taste of the meat.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Can you tell anything by texture of it? Like, is it a white meat, dark meat,
Do you eat
red
some?
meat?
Sure, Rue
Do you
might.
want to share? I
Yeah,
can
Rue
try
might
mine
share
as
a little bit.
yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we'll trade.
So
Okay.
Rue, you eat some, and you're like, it's meat. Kumiko, you notice there's at least 4 or 5 different animals in this stew.
It's
Here-
pink goo.
No.
It's what
no,
hot dogs are made of.
It's all meat. This is all strips of meat. So it's all it's definitely grilled or braised meat. But these are all different types of animals. Some's a little bit stringier, some's a bit more supple, some's really soft, some's kind of sweet, but none of the meat is the same. It's all different animals.
I think she'll just say, "Oh, it's kind of like gumbo. Like it's
Oh.
all different stuff. Like probably leftovers that they didn't want to waste."
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm down for that. I'm down for not wasting anything.
Yeah. Sure.
Yes, it isn't yours. Don't
that's
you
the
worry.
assumption you made. Sure,
What
yes,
what an
totally correct.
absolutely good interpretation of that meal. But the thing is, it does taste fabulous. It is an absolutely tasty bit of food there. But again, none of it tastes consistent, but it is tasty.
Okay, fair enough. Rue will happily
Variety
eat
is the
his
spice
food.
of life.
Yeah.
Slice of life. That's a phrase.
Uh-huh.
I'm fine doing anything.
Mhm.
I'm just glad I'm not dead. Eat strange meat.
Oh man, I'm going to make so many fucking Murder Drones references this session, I swear to God. They had the season finale today, and I fucking loved it.
What was it?
Ooh.
Murder
Drones.
Drones by Glitch Studios and Liam Vickers.
Same people who made Digital Circus.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
It's good. I highly recommend it.
Sylvester
Purple says, "Mims, don't spoil it. I haven't seen it yet."
I won't, I promise.
Sylvester Stallone as a gnome, owner and proprietor of Gnomes Malone. Thank you, 3-3, for that image. So what do you two do while you're here in this little hidden bush area?
I guess we'd hang out, have a pleasant meal, and
Nice
chat a little.
conversation.
Yeah.
That's it, huh? All right.
Yeah, we're not going to be hiding in the bushes and fucking in front of the gremlin.
Yeah.
I'm telling the police. It calls the MPs.
The
All right.
gremlin is
Gremlin
supposed to be
takes
sat in the cuck chair.
The gremlin takes the form of a creature with 2 backs.
Oh,
That's gross. All right. So you two are currently hanging out in the park, having your dinner. Moonin, what are you doing?
I don't know if I managed to get away from the owl harpy. I'd probably be heading back to the cabin.
Cabin, eh? So when you arrive at the cabin, it's empty. Everyone is gone. Everyone's out doing their own thing. Not even Hommel's here. Hommel's out doing something with his Teddy Roosevelt. Who knows? But you are alone in the cabin.
Huh. You know what? Minna hasn't messed with his radio in a while. He'll see if he can hear any gossip.
Okay, give me your buzz ear check. I like this new map. I think it looks better.
Communication of brain power, right?
Yeah. Okay, can you bring me a nail? Can you bring me a nail, please? Ale. Big beard bottle. Thank you. What is that? Oh, it's a dog. I thought you're holding a rock at the dog's nose. It's like, we hold a rock for Scotty's nose. Hold the rock with with intent. Pardon me. What are you doing there? So you rolled 22, eh? Let's see here. You do hear about some gossip. As you listen, you hear about Yule coming in contact with another kind of fae. And no one knows where Yule is. He was kind of hanging out at the north with in Chapstow City, and then suddenly he was gone. It was just he was there once and he's gone the next. And there's some scuttlebutt about some fae named Ryla Jade. What the hell's going on here? What's
Oh, sorry. That might be my fault. Sorry. Oh, fuck. I was trying to do my toggles.
what the fuck are you doing, guy?
I didn't know that was me. There you go.
Hide your sins. But besides that, that's all. That's all you really hear, Moonin.
Okay, well. Oh, shoot, I don't know what to do now.
What do you want to do?
Well, he's not going to want to hang out alone, so I guess he'll wander out into the market.
So the night market of Cop Stormhorn is a bit of a different vibe than the day market of Cop Stormhorn. It's at night when the kids go to bed and all the adults are out and about, when the real fun stuff comes out in the market. This is where the bootleg clothing, the human knickknacks, and all the weird things kind of pop out around Cop Stormhorn, as well as trinkets, the real ring dealers, the real amulet dealers, the guys do all the bracelets. That's where the market really comes out. As you kind of make your way along the night market, it's a lot more bright and vibrant, and there are a lot of torches and lights turned on, as well as booths that are wrapped, so you can smell and hear the sounds of cooking, but it's all hidden behind the curtains of these booths, and you can see that people kind of come and go, through the curtains of the booths, but you can't see what's going on inside. And as well, you see a lot more eclectic goods for sale, and there's literally all kinds. So it all depends on what you want to do. Now, here at the night market, you do see raven harpies kind of walking along the pathways with all the other pedestrians looking at stuff. You see nearly every race here except maybe the Servnians. And there's even renegade orcs here kind of walking along, seeing what things have come in that can't be sold in the daylight.
Okay, I'm going to need something to boost magic skills, so we'll take a look around.
Which magic skill? Spellcraft or magic aptitude?
Either or both.
Okay. So as you're kind of walking through, the early part, the entry part of this market is mostly food stuff. You got people selling weird bread things, weird meat things, weird vegetable things, weird person-shaped things, which kind of gives you a bit of a step back. But the more you go into it, you start seeing even more odd things. And one thing that does catch your eye is a guy selling rugs and brooms.
Mooney will take a look, because that's odd.
Man, that odd. So you kind of walk in, and this guy, he's talking to a few Oni and Brimtouch. And he goes, yes, they can take you anywhere. You hop on and off you go through the sky. We have here brisk brooms and brisk carpets. These are fine human inventions, but they are reproduced by a pair of brothers and their sister. I don't know if you know them or not, but they are quite small, but they're kind of coming to market. But nowadays, there's enough money around where they're finally releasing these to the general public. And the guy throws out a broom, just throws it out. And Moon, and you watch as the broom lands, and it hovers about 3 feet above the ground.
Oh, that's neat.
He goes, yes, little harpy. Even now, the two-leggeds can enjoy feeling the flightless, floating joy of moving above the ground. And he throws on this fucking big-ass sack of flowers, about 100-pound sack of flour, on this broom. The broom kind of goes, and it's still sitting there above the ground. He goes, yes, for the right amount of gold and whatever coinage you can think up of, you too can own a brisk broom. Currently, I believe they're running for 50 guilders a broom. If you have it. He kind of motions towards these workers.
I mean, it's neat and all, but Moon's got perfectly good wings, so he'll start walking away.
Neat. Turns, walks away. Okay.
I mean, he doesn't need a riding broom.
As you're walking down the alleyway, you start going into the actual trinket vendors. And here you guys, you see guys selling bracelets and rings and necklaces and such. So it all depends on, do you want a ring, or do you want a necklace, or do you want a bracelet? You want something
He's still
permanent?
got- What do you mean by permanent?
Well, you do see a woman selling a very odd set of rings in her booth. And these rings are attached by a length of chain.
Nope. No, Moon is not going to go that route.
Nope. Straight goes.
That is-
"Mm-mm."
That is too dangerous for something that could fly and gets a melee combat.
Just hard nopes. Nope. So that fucking meme. No way. All right. Nope. That's right. Okay.
A ring or bracelet.
All right. Ring or bracelet. So there is a man selling bracelets that fit your description. And they're bracelets of all kinds. There's tight bracelets, long bracelets, chain bracelets, and they look secondhand. If you want, you can roll perception or investigation on these bracelets if you so wish.
All right. Investigation and brain power, right?
Yeah, you give me cunning on this one actually. You see that a lot of these bracelets, some of them look a little worse for wear, a bit used, as if they've been repaired somewhat or been recently damaged and repaired. Some of the links look a bit weak. Some of them have also been very purposely cleaned and are spotless despite the damage.
Could be battlefield salvage.
The man goes, "Oh, little Hoppy, how can I help you? What brings me to my humble, honest booth?"
Yes, Moon was looking for something to boost magic skills.
It's that same old song and dance, huh? And he kind of like looks kind of bored, like, yeah, I got those. I guess what matters is how much coinage you got going on there, little Harpy.
Not as much as Moon would like, but Moon still have some.
Well, you tell me what you can afford, and I'll pull out the best fit.
Moon has about 25 guilders.
25. So as you kind of show him how much coin you got, he goes, looking to spend all that or just some of it?
Preferably just some of it, but depends what merchant has.
Well, I have a few of the more common kind of bracelets, and he kind of pulls out these two brass and silver bracelets. They're a little more battered of the two, or sorry, of the group, not just the two. And you kind of they smell heavily of cleaning agent, which could mean anything, you know. But he goes, these are not the most powerful, but they will give you a small boon, for sure.
Can I tell what they actually do looking at them?
You would need a very high magical aptitude, you need a very high spellcraft
No,
to figure that
I
out.
don't have any.
Yeah, so you say you need a very high spellcraft to figure that out. But they're definitely covered in like the usual magical rune doohickeys that all those magic boys like to ride in. That enchanters
What does
use.
ring do?
Well, these bracelets simply help boost your natural magical capabilities. It's not as powerful as, say, these. And he kind of points towards these bracelets that have actual gems inlaid along the bracelet. But they will do. These ones with the gems cost roughly about 30 guilders a bracelet, but these only run 5.
Moon will have to take the 5.
Both or one.
There's 2. I'll take both.
He goes, oh, well, okay. Then he kind of hands those things off to you. And you get these 2 bracelets. These are going to impart you +1 to spellcraft and +1 to magical aptitude. That's one each, mind you. So it's like one does one does the other. So you got to wear them both at the same time.
Okay.
Now the thing is, these are very clearly female aesthetic jewelry. So, and you have harpy wrists, so these could technically fit around your neck should you choose to wear them there. Like you are a brush feather. You could wear you could wear a bracelet as a choker if you wanted to.
Can they go around the foot claws?
They could, yeah.
Okay.
All right, let me get you a thing made up real quick. So as you get these 2 bracelets, does anything else kind of catch your fancy there at the market or no?
No, Moon's just looking around. Probably grab food and then
So
I guess head back to the cabin.
So food is a pretty fun thing here. All these booths specialize in a different kind of human food due to the fact that they're able to learn these foods from the humans themselves without actually having to go out and like pay for it, because these cooks are leasing these recipes via contract from the humans. The humans are generating any coin they can, any way they can, and one way is leasing the knowledge of certain things, because of the fact that Idas can bind people to a magical contract in the most tame and not fey way. So basically, if you break the contract, so say the contract said you can use this recipe for X many days, but you can't use it afterwards at all. If that chef breaks the contract, the courts of Idas are alerted and then send out a bounty hunter to come bring you in to pay your dues. So it's kind of like fey contract, but not. But as you're kind of looking around, you see as, there are guys selling noodles, some guys selling sandwiches, some guys selling po' boys, some guys selling big ass piles of French fries and gravy. This is a huge eclectic food market towards the beginning of this marketplace.
Oh, Moon loves human food, so start buying food.
Just start buying food. Okay. So how much you want to spend on food is the real question. Because some of these range from like 1 silver a plate to like 5 copper a plate to like 10 silver a plate.
About 5 silver.
Okay. So with 5 silver or 5 shanks, you're able to go around and pick up a pretty good selection of different kinds of foods. And some of them are better than others. The things called calf fries, like that sounds really nice, and it smelled really good. But then when you learn what they were, you got kind of uncomfortable because of how good they tasted. Like harpies eat most of the body, but not that part. Like, oh, that was something's testicles. Okay, it's one of those kind of things, and they're fried and covered in a weird like red spicy sauce. But you kind of savor this smorgasbord of food types. And as you're walking along with your golden bracelets, you do see, like on your feet, you do see that a lot of, mind you, you're wearing your gold bracelets and your weird knife. And as you're walking along, enjoying your like walking dinner, there are people who know you and go, whoa, that's the guy. They're kind of pointing at you. Well, other ones like, oh, look at him with his fucking bracelets. You know, it's a weird dichotomy of people who are going like, that's the fucking mini harpy. And like, oh, he's got little bracelets. Isn't he cute? You know, this is a weird clash of reactions to you.
Well,
So-
being a brush fed, that would make Muna uncomfortable being seen.
Oh, you're seeing. You are hella seeing, my guy.
All right, he'll get his food and head back to the cabin, kind of in the shadows.
In the shadows, huh? Let me do these things real quick for you. Let's see. Spellcraft bracelet. I gotta roll a thing for you real quick. I'm sure you'll be fine. Nothing to worry about. Are you guys worried? I'm not.
Are you with them? Of course not.
Are you guys worried? No. Let's see.
Don't worry
Duplicate.
about it, bro.
Don't worry about it, bro. Aptitude. Not aptitude. Fuck. A dumb word. Stupid fucking word. Aptitude. Altitude. Retard. I still love that an aircraft calls you a retard while you're trying to pull up on your fucking plane. Imagine being your last words you hear being retard as you crash your plane into a fucking dirt.
Oh no.
Imagine, dude. Retard. I know! As you fucking just dart into a fucking mountain. Okay. So pull that here. All right, and pull that here. All right. Do. Those are on. Are they reflecting? Yes. All right. Moonin. As you're walking back to your cottage in the dark, you are walking along, and I don't want to force you into it. How do you walk home?
Seeing as it's dark, like you said, he'd be in the shadows like a brush feather.
Down the main street, down alleyways, corner of buildings, main thoroughfares.
Probably down the main. Just head back.
Okay.
If he flies to Himalaya, might see him. So
Funny you should say that. Give me a stealth check, so I know what I'm working with here.
I'm gonna say he wouldn't have his ghillie being in public.
Just wearing your fucking ghillie suit in public, eating a sandwich.
that
Let's fucking go. A -6.
I didn't even add cunning, but I guess it doesn't matter.
Well, it does matter, because if you add cunning, it's going to take away a lot of that negative. So what's your cunning? Your cunning is 9. That'll be 9. So we be 3. So a roll of 3. Now, I'll double check your race real quick. Make sure you don't have any like advantages to your rolls, because that could be dearly important here. Brush feather. Let's see here. Automatic success on stealth check. Okay, not in foliage. Okay. She cannot smell you because you're blessed by she who hides. She has disadvantage trying to find you because of your racial. So she's got to try and beat a 4 at disadvantage using investigation and not perception, because you can't try and smell you, only see you. So here we go. Yeah. So as you're trying to keep your way along the main thoroughfare there. You know, you are eating your food. You're kind of smacking your lips a little bit, you know. You're not quite as stealthy as you could be because you're eating quite loudly. And you're not sticking to the shadows as much as you really should. And as you're about halfway to the little cottage, you hear something come down behind you with a big whoosh of wings and the clatter of massive talons hitting concrete.
Yeah, Moon's feathers will stick up on him. He knows what's behind him.
Right. Oh, disadvantage. No. But I still beat you. Okay, so no, I didn't beat you. I gotta roll another one. What does this mean? Okay, hold on. Disadvantage. You're at a 3, which means that
Is that a 3 total?
I would roll 5 minus 10. I'm at -5. Thank you, Cody, for reminding me.
Call me a cheater.
So she comes down behind you, but she's facing the wrong way. And she thinks she sees you across this little line of carts along the street, but she's seeing another brush feather. And because no, not a brush feather. She thinks she's a sparrow harpy. It looks kind of like you. And because you brushed against him on the way out, he smells like a brush feather. So she thinks that's you. And she's kind of like marching towards this fucking sparrow harpy. What do you do, Moonin?
He's gonna keep going the other direction. She'll find out and at least give him some distance.
Yeah, you would think that, wouldn't you? So as you kind of keep your pace down the way, the sounds of a harpy war cry and the screams of pain of the sparrow harpy and the sounds of very alerted other citizens of Cop Stormhorn come to your ears, and you hear the sounds of someone screaming, no, put him down. You cannot rip that body part off. And then you hear the whistles of the MPs blowing as 4 MPs come across the street to take care of this particular situation. What do you do?
Shit, Minin would feel bad leaving their harpy to his fate.
Well, I mean, the MPs are coming and there's people already coming around him. You can hear all the people shouting at her and trying to pull her off this harpy. So technically, if you're going to help, you would have done it by now. Technically.
Yeah.
When you really think about it.
Well, Moonin will dart into the shadows and watch, see what happens. Find a bush, a tree, something.
There's a bush nearby, yeah. So the MPs arrive in time, but they don't arrive quick enough to stop this Himalaya from ripping the arm off this harpy. Now, you watch with your fucking meat stick in hand as this Himalaya rips this harpy's arm off cleanly, just completely bisects it. You know, her muscles are bulging, and you see like her muscle contour lines in the lamplight as she rips this harpy's fucking arm off. And she's then promptly tackled by the MPs. Does she resist? Let's find out. She appears to be angry, ugly crying as these MPs tackle her. And she is yelling out in Harpish. Now, you know Harpish, and she's yelling about you. She's yelling about how you tore her heart in two, how you refused her advances, how anyone would be glad to be with a harpy like her. But she's screaming this in Harpish. So all the harpies are going, oh, that's awkward, because they all know what she's saying while she's being handcuffed and they're putting a fucking hood on her face so she can't bite anybody and trying to control her talons. So they're putting her. This is a technique by the MPs called the harpy burrito, where when they have to arrest a Himalaya, they wrap him up. So all of the at least one MP carries a backpack. And in the backpack is a harpy burrito where they wrap around naughty harpies. So they have her hooded and burrito so she can't hurt anybody. And while the healers are doing their best to try and keep this harpy alive because his arm has been ripped off. And as she's being lifted up by the carry straps by the MPs, she's going to look around. You are in foliage. What's that fucking... There it is. Do. She's looking around, but she doesn't see you. She just sees this bush with this meat stick poking out of it, but she can't make it. But she can't tell it's you. And as she keeps screaming in a hard piss, she gets carted off by the MPs. What do you do?
Actually, Moonin, after they start hauling her away, Moonin will go up to the Sparrow Harpy. Are they able to heal it, or?
So as you walk out, she does see you, and that harpist changes to woe is below to very, very angry words going your direction. And all the harpies are kind of like looking around like, oh, okay, I get it now. But the other harpy, let's see here. It was the flesh too traumatized. The flesh was too traumatized by the aggressive wounding technique by the Himalaya. So while they can heal the wound shut, they could not heal the limb back together due to the fact that she just ripped that bitch off. So the flesh was too traumatized to heal the limb back onto the body. So this harpy is now going to be flightless forever.
Moonin's good. Tell Moonin sorry. This is Moonin's fault.
The harpy is too beside himself in confusion and pain and morphine to really understand what you said.
Moonin's going to turn and just walk back to the cabin. His day's been ruined. This other harpy's day's been ruined.
My day's been ruined. My disappointment is inevitable.
New name for the session: Dates and Dismemberment.
Dates and dismemberment. Let's see here. Now there was a thing that got redeemed. Let's see here. Moonin, roll me a d8. Do 6. Three, 4. Let's see here. Oh. Moonin, when you arrive back at the cabin, you see that there has been a package left at the cabin with your name on it. And it is from your mother, because you can tell by the writing.
This is odd. Moonin didn't know Mama knew Moonin was here.
So you can tell by how well the package has been wrapped up. Your mom didn't wrap this. And it has the stamp of a store on it, but you don't quite recognize what the store is. Now, can you describe to the chat your mother and your parents and your family and all that, like how they are compared to you?
Thank you for flying Gorgon Airlines.
Well, I jokingly said Moonin's mother was probably Himalaya, so I was going to go with that. And the father was the brush feather.
I mean, it would be a thing for sure. And you did write your mother, didn't you? I'm pretty sure you said that at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do. Reading your backstory a little bit real quick. Do. All right. So, the package with your name on it. What do you do?
Moonin will open it.
So, as you open it, your mom has tried to write the best she can, and it's a scrawl, but it just says, "Hope these helps. Love, Mama." And inside the package is a pair of bracers. These are harpy-sized bracers. They can fit on your wing claws, but your mama has circled around a lot of times on the bracers to label it, and it says camouflage bracers.
He'll look at he'll hold the bracers and think, just happy that his mother remembers him.
So there's a small note attached to the bracers from the seller, and it says, while wearing, do not become embroiled in any important social encounters you may run into. That's all it says.
Okay, so that makes sense.
All right, makes sense to me.
I mean, you're not being social if you're hiding.
I mean, yeah. Duplicate. So these are camouflage bracers. These are technically a beckoner, but they give you a +5 to stealth checks, but -10 to social checks. So basically, if you're wearing them, -10 moxie. You become quite introverted in a way.
Okay.
Try to talk to people. It's like, who's there? Said that. I'll fight you.
Who said that?
Nah, I think Moon at this point would just find something to drink and think about what happened.
Think about what I've done. Let's see, stealth. So there are plenty of things to drink here in the cottage. It is fully kitted out for the soldier's taste. So there are quite a few bottles of random alcohols in the cabin to enjoy, but they're not chilled; they're warm.
I would also like to make a note that most of them are at least half empty.
No,
Sugi got them.
no, knowing Sugi, yeah, like go doing the full circuit and the fucking free bottles. So Sugi, do you want me, or not Sugi, Moonin, do you want me to put these in your inventory or no?
Yeah, put them in the inventory, but I guess not activate them yet.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, what's this?
Oh, I know what that sound means. What was that? Do not redeem! Do not redeem! Fucking love those videos. Dudes losing their fucking minds. Do not redeem! I beg you, do not redeem. Oh no, not 10. -10 moxie, not +10 moxie. There you go. -6 moxie. Let's go.
Actually, no. Moonin will grab like one of the beers and cast cool. Now he's got 1 magical aptitude and 2 modern knowledge.
He's like, fuck yeah! Just become cold. All right.
I can cast that now too. Holy shit.
Common item. So, Moonin, as you are rooting around in the cabinet and you're cooling down your beer, something does catch your eye from within the cabinets left behind by either the previous occupants or left there by command. 55, okay. /R1D 55. 54, really? Okay. Okay, dice, fuck you. There is a wriggle slap wiggling in the fucking cabinet.
Is that the living bandage?
Wriggle slaps are the living bandages. Yeah, they are. So it's just so chat knows. Wriggle slaps are a living bandage, usually harvested from mold growths and mixed with alchemical ingredients to form a living succoring bandage. They are partially transparent, jelly-like, and wrapped in wax to avoid getting other things wet. The wriggle slap bandages are kept in their own bag or box within medical supplies, as they tend to eat other objects out of boredom. These are best used in sensitive areas, open burn wounds, or bleeding wounds that are at maximum 6 inches wide, such as small lacerations, bullet holes, stab wounds, etc. And more or less, these are a wiggling, jiggling, sluggy little band-aid you can slap on things. And more or less, they consume the wound and seal it shut, and kind of like coagulate the wound shut. A lot of medics use these for cornhole. So medics will see a wounded guy and try and cornhole the bandage onto the body.
Yeah, I guess Moon is just drinking a beer, playing with this living bandage.
You
Probably
know,
give to Rue.
you know those fucking those inverted tubes that go back and forth, and they're doing this number to them. So it kind of reminds me of. All right. So you have your little wiggling, and this thing's alive. Like you can hold it. It's like kind of, and it's a wrapper, kind of wiggling and jiggling in your hand. It's weird, you know, but I guess it's the right kind of weird. So yeah, there you go. You have a little buddy now. Sugi, you're driving around with Tantina. The vibe's a bit awkward now, to be sure, but where do you want to try
Is
and
the music
go?
helping?
Do what?
Is the music helping? What's her reaction to the human music?
The music is definitely deterring the vibe from staying. Her reaction to the music, let's see here. It's not human clothing, but it is human music, and it is going over meh. She doesn't like it, doesn't hate it though. She's just kind of trying to understand it. She's trying to understand these lyrics she doesn't know the words to. She can tell someone's singing, but you can't tell what she's saying, but she's kind of enjoying the tune, you know.
So, Tatiana, is there anywhere you would like to go? Perhaps like a restaurant? I know you're hungry. You haven't eaten over there.
I mean, do you want to go to a restaurant or you want to go to the market? Because the restaurants here are fine, I guess, if you're into that kind of thing. But like, do you like? You seem to like human clothing and human. Do you like human food?
I would. I like it for the most part. I haven't disliked any human food I've tried.
She goes, yeah, the market's all about human food. They're like booths and stalls that sell like borgars and stuff like that. You know, human food.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Sure. So you guys, hang a right down the main road. As you guys are pulling up to the road, you see that there's a crime scene with like yellow rope around it and a lot of blood on the sidewalk, and there appears to be like a lot of MPs like scratching their heads going, I don't like why this happened.
Oh. Does Tatina have a reaction to it?
Latina's kind of like, huh? Because she goes, man, that's a lot of blood and feathers.
Yeah, looks like a harpy got into some trouble there. Do you want to ask what happened, or would you rather just move fast?
Nah, it's not my business. You just kind of like sits back in the fucking seat.
All right. Is there any human food that you'd recommend?
Do what now?
Is there any human meals that you have in mind?
I haven't tried the Snaffle Hut yet.
Let's go there.
It's okay. So you kind of see the entrance to the market, and there's a small, sidewalk you can park along. And Tantina kind of gets out, and she kind of smooths down her, her outfit. She kind of smooths down her hair as well, and as she kind of smooths down her hair, she seems to look kind of sad and downtrodden, but she kind of like breathes in deep and kind of like steadies herself and kind of walks around the hood towards you.
I'll just take a mental note of that. All right. Let's go check it out.
As you're walking down, you're kind of looking at these little booths, these little huts, these little like tinted stalls and such. And you see a few that are kind of oddly named, like Pizza King is one, and then like one is called the Colonel's Collection. And it's these odd little names for these booths. But you see one called the Snaffle Hut. It's a bright yellow like booth pretty much, and it's ringed. It's actually quite a large large food stand, and it's about nearly triple the size of all the other stands. And as you kind of open the flap to the snaffle hut, you realize that half the size of this restaurant booth thing is a fighting ring.
Oh. Is there anybody wearing like an outfit or like a costume?
No. They're just two drunk people slugging the absolute shit out of each other in that ring, though. And the thing is, as you kind of like look around, people on these little stools are paying no attention to him. Like, there's like, that's not my problem. And these two Oni are belling about how one guy. Okay, hold on. The two Oni are bellowing. One says blueberry is better. Other one goes, no, chocolate chip is better. And they are slugging the shit out of each other over the best flavor of pancakes currently.
What's Tatina's reaction?
Tantina has her eyebrows raised, and she goes, should we avoid those flavors?
Well, I mean, we could try them both and declare a winner.
What if we declare a winner and those two try and fight us? I mean, I'm not built for combat.
No, it'll be fine.
So,
You won't have to do any fighting.
as you two find a seat, and there are two seats open. However, they're not beside each other. There is a Valley Elf sitting in the middle of three seats, where it's open seat, him, open seat. And Tantina kind of looks at the seats and kind of looks at you and kind of goes, should we wait?
No, just 1 second. I'm gonna walk up to him.
Okay.
Or is it him or her?
Him.
Hey. I'm like kind of quietly. Excuse me, sir. I'm here on a date. I was wondering if you could maybe scoot over a seat. I'll pay for your meal.
So he goes, hey, it's no problem. Don't gotta pay for my meal. I'll just scoot over. That's all you have to do. And he kind of picks his plate up and scoots over nicely and pats his seat for you.
Thank you. Just like, I don't need to like pull out the chair or anything, right? It's just like a stool.
Yeah, it's a stool. Tantina goes, and exhale. Oh, thank God. You know, like social interaction. Ugh. But she kind of gets in the seat and pulls up this little board, and on the board are all the menu items. And do you have modern knowledge, Suki?
I'm not wearing the flaming shirt, so no.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're a normie. There's one from somewhere though.
I have. I think I still have it equipped.
No.
Need to unequip
I unequipped your stuff. I think you have modern knowledge from somewhere.
Does the Paramore bequeath it?
Nope. Acrobatics and blade weapons. Sustaining ring? Where is this modern knowledge coming from? My goodness. Ah, I see. You have 0. There you go.
Oh, I think it's when you added the ranks and then accidentally added the.
Yep. So you two are looking blankly at this board, and you guys have no idea what any of these fucking words mean until this rather haggard, angry, sweaty Valley Elf mom walks up, cigarette in her lip. And she goes, you guys been here before?
No, we haven't. Is there anything you would recommend?
We serve waffles. We serve pancakes. We serve eggs. We serve sausage and bacon.
Oh, I'll take some blueberry pancakes with a side of eggs and bacon.
She goes, cool. What do you want? She goes, I'll Tatiana goes, I'll have the same, but double. And the Valley Elf goes like, huh? And she goes, you want 4 blueberry pancakes? She goes, yeah. And kind of like, yeah, I want 4 pancakes. What are you going to do about it? bitch, and kind of stares at the lady. And the lady goes, all right, okay, 4 pancakes coming right up, you little fucking weirdo. She walks away towards the cooking area. So Sugi, your paramour is looking right, looking left. She goes, is this a fucking Waffle House? He looks, because I swear, this is a fucking Waffle House. We're in a Waffle House right now.
Sugi's just gonna shrug.
Tatiana goes, she's kind of like nervously fidgeting with her fingers. She goes, so do you come here often? And kind of looks at you, Sugi.
No, this is my first time.
Cool. Me too.
How?
She's like looking, looking around.
How long have you been a seamstress?
Years. And she says that your paramour goes, are you trying to date a retarded girl?
Sugi's jaw is just gonna like drop. I'm just gonna glare at my shoulder.
She's like, what?
And then he's just gonna like close his mouth and pretend the paramour did not say that.
She's like, what? What'd I say? This bullet was made in like the 1980s, so she's a bit different.
Bit behind it.
She's a old army, you know. You know. She's like, what? What'd I say? Look at her. She's being all weird and shit. And she's pointing around your face. So as she points around your face, Tatiana sees your nose go like that. And Tatiana goes, does your nose always do that?
Oh, no.
She goes,
There's
she goes, no?
No, it doesn't usually do that. There's a reason. Anyways, how many years have you been a seamstress?
There's a reason.
There's
Does
a
not
reason.
elaborate.
Anyway, there's a reason refuses to elaborate further. So she goes, oh, I don't know. I've been doing it since I was little. Like, my mom did it down south before they took her to do the thing, and I've been seamstressing since.
How long have you been in Stormhorn?
Oh, like, since they made it. I wouldn't say I was stalking or anything, but I was deeply following the activities going north. She like turns and looks at you, like deep in the eyes.
Why were you deeply following the things happening north?
Because that's where all the cool things happen.
Like what?
You know, like the new wagons and all that can have the giant wands that shoot explosion spells. Those are pretty cool. And others,
Tanks?
yeah, tanks. That's the word. And go ahead and give me a save here, Ashley. Maybe you have nothing I need. Give me a moxie save.
My moxie keeps going down.
Yeah, you took your clothes off.
Oh yeah.
So you can tell she's acting kind of coy, but you can't really figure out why. Heads up, Chuckle Fucks. Big boy coming through.
Tom has activated a
Hold
mule
on.
potion. Bandit attack. A show is put on for Tasugi, and Date, as the champion cook, defends his spot as grand host of the restaurant against a group of ruffians.
God.
That's a great look from you. I'm so excited.
Give me a second. I gotta make a battle map. Do.
Is it? Oh no, it would involve me. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna involve you.
Okay.
Don't laugh like that. Jesus. I'm
I
gonna use this
love
map
combat.
here. Why you gotta say it like that? What the fuck? I love combat.
Especially because I don't have any of my shit.
Stop
I mean,
laughing.
you've got the dragon wagon outside.
Stop laughing like that. God damn it.
I'm gonna keep laughing like this till the combat's over.
I'll use this one actually. I'll use this.
This is the new voice for the king.
Awkward.
Hi, are we,
Just
are we-
awkward as fuck.
are we ready to rumble?
Are you ready to wrestle?
Let's get down and tussle, man.
There's this guy. I don't want to fight him anymore. What? I don't want to fight him anymore. I don't like him anymore.
No, come on, strip down. Let's get ready. Hold up, baby boy.
Strip down.
Winning by default, the king. He's creeped out 45 opponents. No one will fight him. Okay.
Hey man, you should let me rule your kingdom. Probably. I am the king, man.
Would you shut the fuck up? God damn it. You're.
All right, I'm gonna.
I'm feeling physical pain when you do that shit every fucking time.
I'm doing 1 point of psychic damage per hit.
Yeah. per awkward giggle, yeah. Okay. Let's
Drag me
say.
onto the scene, boss.
Hold
So I
on.
can see it.
Hold on. I'm getting there. Chalk one. All right. I'm gonna
Look at it.
Sugi here. I'm gonna put the rest of you on here somewhere else so y'all can see as well. Kumiko, Moonin, Rue. Yep, that's all you. Okay. So I would have made. I'll put you over here where this is more market-like. And what I'm gonna use for fucking dingle nuts. Hold on. Folk. I'll borrow castle real quick, sure. Duplicate castle. Tontina. Tontina.
Can I roll to see if Sugi would have brought anything? Oh no, yes, this fucking grudge breaker.
Yeah, you always have your grudge breaker on you. That's one thing you'll always have on you. Because you're an Oni, and I'll put, let's see here. Change this character out. Civilian. All right. Thanks for this, Tom.
Love you, Tom.
Civilian here. You're all
Good
at this booth
guys.
eating. Now, as you two are waiting for your pancakes to come and your bacon, your eggsy, there is a sudden kerfuffle behind you as a tent flap is kind of ripped open. And it appears that some ruffians are attempting to crash the party. Let's find a good token for the guy. There we go. Valley Elf Thug. There we go. Oh, there we go. Update token. Okay, let's make sure this isn't. That's way too much HP. Hold on, what the fuck's going on here? Hurt the fuck. But yeah, so there are a lot of these Valley Elves who are very clearly part of some kind of gang who kind of push their way into the Snaffle Hut tent. And one of them, the apparent leader, goes, well, what we got going here? Some pancakes and usual accoutrement to breakfast foods. You know what? I feel like pancakes too. How about you guys? And the other thugs go like, yeah, I feel like pancakes. Yeah. And there are roughly 6 of these thugs who kind of crowd around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the booths here. And as they kind of press in towards the booths here, they kind of split up a little bit. And you hear them kind of pressing upon themselves on the other patroners and demanding their coin purses. And the thing is, Sugi, as you're kind of looking left and right, you see that 2 of these men have small knives and are more or less mugging the patrons here in a very quiet, diminutive way. What do you do?
Hey, guys. I'm just trying to go on a date. Could you guys save this for later, please?
Oh, he's trying to go on a date. Well, is this your lovely lady? And one of them kind of pulls up and steps right behind Tantina, and Tantina kind of stiffens up and her eyes get real wide. She's like, she kind of shrinks on herself.
Seeing him approach, I'd immediately interject.
In what way?
Like standing behind her. Just like, nah.
Well, you can't lay on him. Just right there.
No, like I'd be like chest to chest up.
Well, yeah, that's fine, but make sure you don't layer your tokens. But he goes, whoa, easy there, bud. You don't want any bad choices being made tonight. And the other thugs kind of look at Sugi and start pulling out these small little knives, but they're kind of hiding them below the counter. And this
I
one,
suggest
so
you guys give me an hour, or we could take this outside.
the Valley Elves kind of go, you know what I think? I think you should pay me for ruining our night. And this one elf right here puts the tip of his blade against your stomach. But like way down low, where, again, it's all below the countertop. What do you do?
Sugi's gonna step closer into his knife and forehead to forehead as like an intimidate, right?
Yeah. Do you have intimidation?
Yeah.
So roll me intimidation, and how the hell do you roll walking into a knife? Let's see here.
Well, like, is he? Well, I'm walking into it, so if he puts any resistance behind it, it would stab me. But if he's just like kind of limply holding it, it would just push the knife back and maybe damage my clothes.
So
I guess it's up to him.
as you walk into it, he's going to hold that knife firm, and it does kind of poke your flesh a bit. But if you
Yeah, I'm
want,
just gonna walk into it, put head to head. I suggest you give me 1 hour. Thank you.
give me intimidating grit.
Like intimidate and moxie, and then like a grit check.
No, so for this kind of intimidation is intimidation and grit, because you're trying to intimidate, but also endure pain while you do it.
I can't add grit to intimidate. So I'm just gonna roll intimidate and then give it a +2 because I have +2 grit.
Why is there no grit here? That's weird.
Can I add my 1d4 to this?
Your motivation?
Yeah.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, so that's gonna be 17.
17. Give him a save of his own here.
Wait, is that separate from the warrior motivation?
There's death motivation and warrior motivation. So one's for social, one's for combat.
Okay. How many did I start with? Because I haven't used a single one.
You should have 2 thespian dice.
Okay, so I have 1 left.
You're supposed to track those, sir.
Well, I wasn't there when we added them.
Likely story. Okay, so he rolled a 1. So 4 minus 19, that's a negative 15. He is going to panic, and he's going to stab you right in the stomach, Sugi. He's going to just panic, react, and he's going to stab you right in the stomach. Now, as he stabs you, that's when a small bell chimes in the kitchen. And all the guys in the counter kind of look towards the kitchen, and out comes the cook. So this brawny female dwarf walks out. She goes, "Who the hell just stabbed one of my customers?" And she's gonna look to
Average Waffle House experience.
So she asks that, Sugi, what do you do?
This less than fine gentleman before me has his steel in my stomach.
So as soon as you say that, she pulls up her pan, still ripping hot and full of bacon grease, and she's gonna wing it at this valley elf right over the fucking bar top there. She gets a +10 because she's a chef. She hits him. So you hear his flesh sizzle as this pan full of bacon grease hits him right in the face. You watch face to face as his flesh melts from the heat of the cast iron pan and liquid near frying temperature fat. And he screams and leans backwards, holding his face, and all the thugs leap into action. Problem is, the other patrons also leap into action, and now a fucking brawl is happening as this dwarf hurdles over the counter and starts beating the absolute dog shit out of these fucking ruffians with another frying pan held in their hand. And again, this one is ripping fucking hot cast iron, and as she hits, you see the flesh sear as it strikes. So as this happens, Sugi, what do you do?
I'm going to look at Tatina, and I'm going to ask her, is it okay if I pick you up and take you out of here?
She goes, that'd be great. I don't do well in social circumstances. And she holds her arms up to you like this, like uppies.
Alright, yeah. I'm gonna like bridal carry her, and then I'm gonna just dash the fuck out of there.
Okay, give me a brawn check. And as you're dashing out of there, you hear the pring, prong, pring as this dwarven cook is beating the dog shit out of these elves. And you start to hear less screams of the civilians and more the screams of the ruffians as the other diners hold the valley elf still while this female dwarven chef just fucking goes to town on them. And you hear the shattering of bone and male screams as you kind of sprint past this booth. So you're running down the fucking market where people are turning and going, oh, that's fucking Snaffle Hut. That's a pretty common occurrence. Yeah. And people are kind of going, not again. That's like the third night in a row. And another man goes, I think that chef does it on purpose. I think she tells him that. I think she tells or lays down false leads so they'll go there so she can kill them. She's killed 15 men this month. I swear to God, all of them dead. And you start hearing all these people kind of talking about the Snaffle Hut, but you kind of run away. And as you kind of run down this kind of market row, you realize that everyone's kind of eating and watching and drinking and kind of watching the Snaffle Hut thing go down. So you guys are free and clear at the current point.
Would you like me to set you down, or are you comfy there?
She goes, if you want to carry me to the next luncheon spot, that's fine. This is a new experience for me. She's kind of like looking down and around and kind of at your arms, It's a new feeling for her.
Would you like to be taller?
What do you mean?
I was gonna set you on my shoulders.
That would be interesting.
I'm just gonna set her on my shoulders.
As you do it, the primer goes, "Oh, come on, man, really?" Not. And she kind of like goes like, ugh, and kind of backs away from the thighs, going around your neck. She kind of goes, "Are you for real?" She got like climb down your shirt. So she's kind of hanging on your shirt like this. It's kind of like glaring at you. Like basically, you're wearing like a paramour necklace right now. She's kind of hanging onto your shirt collar as you kind of seat Tantina on your shoulders.
Right, Tantina. Like what's like the closest market?
She goes, "We're in a market."
I was asking you.
Yeah, we're right here. We're in a market. She got points around
No.
you.
GM. That was out of character.
Oh. Okay. Now I'm tracking. You're in a market. You're
Sorry, like stall, like place to get food.
You're there. You're in the market. This is where you go at this time of night.
I just want food, man. This is the
Yeah,
nearest food place.
There's a place selling open faced burgers just down from you.
Okay, I'm gonna go there.
Okay. So you go there. And as you do that, Tontina is very firmly squeezing the sides of your face with her thighs because she's not used to this. And she's squeezing quite hard, actually. Give me a grit save. Bacon tried to lurk. Haha. Look at him. Point and laugh, chat.
Can I have my other thespian die?
Yeah, go ahead. Can I please get the thespian die?
He's so fucking tragic. Damn!
8. So she's squeezing hard, and like your face is getting kind of smushed. Like it's just your face is like this due to the fucking southern elf thigh. And as you're kind of like it's really uncomfortable, and you're like kind of you're trying to breathe, and like you're getting kind of lightheaded because she's squeezing your head so fast. And as you kind of tilt your head down, your paramour goes, "Quit enjoying this."
I'm just gonna give a smirk. How close am I?
She's hanging up to what? The paramour,
The
or
food,
in
please.
other ways, like how close am I?
The
I don't
food,
know.
the food place, man. The
So
food.
you're. He said, "How close am I?" I don't know. You're kind of edging right now. But no, you're not too far away. So, but before you're able to pass out, you kind of place Tantina on her seat, and you kind of lean back up. Like your face could not be more red from how it is. You're like, and like you kind of breathe out, and you realize that the smell of Tantina is all over. You're kind of like looking down, and like there's like a little thigh imprint on your face from like her fucking knees. And
Got the Giga Chad cheeks right now.
and your paramour kind of climbs up on your shoulder and kind of sits there, and she's glaring straight ahead at like the cook and just not talking to you.
I roll to mog my para. Never mind. I'm kidding.
Kind of roll to mog my paramour. what's your dump stat? Mogging. So as you and Tantina are getting your open face burgers and still hearing the fight, so the fight happening down the way is only growing. Like the chef is currently breaking their ankles, and you see MPs go running past, going, "Oh God, not again!" As we're running down the fucking market towards the Snaffle House. But we'll shift over towards Kumiko and Rue. Kumiko and Rue, you guys have been eating for a while now. You're hearing MP whistles all over the fucking place down towards the center of town. What do you do?
That's probably our guys, isn't it?
I wouldn't be surprised, but also this is like a military base. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just hope we're not
getting
being
kinda late.
raided right now.
Hmm. Yeah, well, I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm sure they're fine.
Also, I loved how Tom tried to force an encounter and the players ran. Like, nope. Ain't gotta. Fuck you. Meow.
Okay, if Tantina wasn't there, I'd be whooping ass right now.
Hey, man, my girl's here, man. Can't fight, man.
I was gonna blast dude with fire.
I can't fight in front of the lady, man. It's not right. But all right. So,
The girl said that I used up my 3 brawl nights this week. I can't do it anymore.
all right. So, what is Rue and Kimiko doing?
Oh, I guess once we finish up our meal, we'd probably go for a walk or something, unless there's something Kumiko wanted to do.
Actually, she was looking at stuff. I was trying to come up with ideas during that whole thing. Do you think they would have fun playing one of the following games? Would you rather, Never Have I Ever, or Truth or Drink?
Truth or drink?
Hell yeah. Let's go find some booze.
Not hard to do in a military town. Finding booze, like, I wonder if there's any drinkable water around here. Yeah, you guys find booze. There's literally stores dedicated to selling alcohol, which is not unheard of, but not in the way that the humans do it, where it is an emporium de la booze. So you guys find something called a Class 6, a mystical place where joy is birthed. Class 6s are an actual thing. The Class 6 is the alcohol store on a military base. So you walk inside, and it is bottles on bottles on bottles here. They have every alcohol you could wish or desire for, all at astoundingly low prices. But you notice that the sign outside of Class 6 says military personnel only.
Hmm.
That's right,
Well, that's
segregation.
Oh no.
Oh no!
I guess we would get a hold of something. I almost called them kobolds. You would have destroyed me.
Kobolds.
I'm setting up a D&D game. I've got a kobold playing in that game. Anyway.
Poor
He'd probably get
bastard.
something like, yeah. Well, no, it's actually not that bad. I enjoy our group.
Yeah, you say that now. Just you wait.
I've been playing with them since 2020.
No, the kobold. Like just
Oh,
get ready for
Yeah.
Reddit. Anyway, go ahead.
no, he's fine. But yeah, he'd probably get something like typical for gnolls, maybe like a nice white feather brew if you can find it.
Typical for a white feather knoll. Do you ask the shopkeep that?
Well, I'd assume that Rue would know what would be typical for a white feather knoll, so he'd ask
Well,
for like
I know that.
maybe something named.
But do you? I'll say this: do you approach the worker of the Class 6?
Well, if you can't find it just by eyesight, then yeah.
So as you approach the Class 6, the guy goes, "Oh, okay. You want the box?"
Sure. I'm down for Franzia.
Okay. So Franzia goes, "No. This ain't. I don't know what that is." And he pulls up this little 4x4 wooden box with a lid on it. And he goes, "Okay, now this is all the base will allow. I don't want any of your sass, okay?" And he opens up this box, and inside are little rolled cigarettes and little bottles and pouches of powder.
Oh, I was more looking for alcohol instead of inhalants.
Oh, okay. Stuffed it shut. He goes, go to the back wall over there. You should find what you like.
Okay, cool. Thank you. And yeah, he'll go to the back wall and have a look around.
No, thanks, man. I gotta drive later.
Yeah, I got high once. No, I got high twice, and bad things happened.
Every
robbed the
time
first
something
time.
bad happened. Yeah.
Yeah. First time I got 70 guilders stolen. The second time we all got attacked, and then everybody was high.
Remember, friends don't do cocaine with friends. So there are tons.
Somebody's got to be the designated
Yeah.
driver.
There are tons of, fortified wines, fortified meads. And of course, there are some medicinal drinks. There's one that's simply called Party Time, which. Give me a. Rue. Rue. Give me pets and brain power.
Pets and brain power coming up. I am on normal rolling. So this has got a plus 19.
You did it. So you would know that Party Time is not a brand you know. But you can tell by the sediment in the bottom how it kind of looks, the color of it. This is a shroom laced wine.
Right. And how much is party time exactly?
Party Time is 5 guilders.
Yeah, I can't do that. I have no money. I've got 11 coppers.
You have 11 clip pieces?
Yeah.
Jesus.
We're trying to go on a
Look
date with
over his
11
shirt.
clip pieces.
Try to go on a dinner date, and I have a fucking rubber ducky and a fucking Costco gift card.
I got 11 cents, man.
Well, we never got the chance to meet up and split the gold. I was
Spider
planning
Mom,
on-
could you buy me some alcohol, please?
Yes,
No,
literally, I was
no.
gonna say she's looking over his shoulder and like, you want that? You want that one?
No, I can go, I can go a little lower than that.
How do you have so little money?
Because I spent it on magic items.
I spent mine on magic items and I still have like 80.
I had like 123.
You have the party
Good.
fund.
More.
No, I didn't.
No,
No,
my
Sugi
party
does.
fund is my
Oh.
party fund was 10 guilders. I ain't shit.
He's like, it's all the party fund. My money now.
That's like one MRE and a spank on the ass from his cheek
Stealing
booker.
from the party, gonna buy a lot of peaches.
Why peaches?
I don't know.
It was a song.
Oh,
I
man.
don't know.
It fit the tune, asshole.
Music
That's
makes
why.
some
I don't
weird
know.
stuff.
Asshole.
Why are you judging
Music
me?
Make you lose control.
Peaches make you lose control. Any man will know that song is true.
Big boy coming through.
All right, hold on.
Second
Honestly, I do
impression
like
has
peaches.
activated a
Peaches are
mule
good. I'm good
potion.
peaches.
Due to the
Peaches are good.
MPs being distracted, the Himalayan will get loose and try her damnedest to
no.
find Munin in a way
Whoa.
more befitting a brush feather in
Oh,
an
no.
attempt to actually try and impress him due to his words during the
Get-
first meeting.
Get ready, Moonin, for your turn here. So, Rue, Kumiko, Rue, you see a bottle of a psychedelic wine, and you are a poor bitch. Kimiko, you see Rue kind of going, at this bottle. What do you do?
She'll pull out the 5 guilders and just pick it up.
Are you sure? I don't mind going a little bit lower.
You can pay me back later.
All right, fair enough.
So, as you guys turn around, this guy at the desk doing this at Rue, at Rue, he's like,
Wait, did Kumiko say pay me back later with a wink or straight face? Those mean two very different things.
giggity. Be sure to
Give me a sec.
subtract your guilders there, bucko.
Yeah, it was with a wink.
And again, like the eyebrows on this guy's go higher, like, his brain is going, is he her pet? But like in a whole different way, like,
Oh, man. Yeah, we're just thinking, man, this is kind of embarrassing, but I'll roll with it for now. I'm making a personal rule for later.
whatever you say. So,
Alright,
so the guy
I'll
looks.
pay for it.
So the guy goes,
Okay.
so he goes, so looks at Ruben and goes, anything else? And looks at Kumiko. Anything else you want to buy? Kind of nods for Rue.
How long do you think we'll last on this stuff?
Oh, it'll do. I can guarantee
It'll do?
you won't
Okay.
realize where you are until tomorrow morning.
Maybe we should do this back at the cottage then. just be safe.
I mean, where is everybody else tonight? Are we sharing with them or?
I honestly don't know. I think Sugi said he had a date, and last I saw, Hummel was playing with a teddy bear.
Moon's got a slinky.
It's got a slinky.
Wherever you think would be best.
Sure. At the very least, we're going to be close by the cottage, just that, we're going to hobble our way back there if we have to.
Yeah.
So where are you two going?
To the safety of the cottage.
Okay.
Get high at home, kids. Don't get high. Don't listen to me.
Don't get high and
Drugs.
don't do drugs.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yes. Exactly.
Remember, kids, never pay for drugs. Anyway, so you guys go back to the cottage, and there's Moon in there. Now, Kumiko and Rue, on your way to... Why, Cody? On your way to the cottage... How am I going to even explain this? You see a bush rustling about 50 yards from the cabin.
Oh, no.
The bush is on the sidewalk. Someone has uprooted an entire bush and is hiding in the bush. Kumiko and Rue, you see this. What do you do?
Can I tell if this is the Himalaya?
Give me investigation and brain power.
Where did my investigation?
Can I join in
Do I
on
not
that?
have
Sure,
investigation?
you're right ahead.
Okay, I guess
Alrighty.
just brain power. I guess I don't have investigation for some reason.
You are
Just
cringe.
picked up investigation.
Okay, Rue and Kumiko, you can see that this is obviously a Himalaya harpy still wearing the ripped up portions of a Himalaya burrito around her waist and legs, and she's hiding in an uprooted bush. and holding a limb in front of her face. And you kind of look at her and look towards the cabin, and she's looking at Moonin through the window in the fucking cabin, drinking and playing with this fucking bandage.
Should we warn him?
Yeah. Gert, is there like a back entrance to this cabin, or is it just
No.
one entrance?
There are windows.
Is
I
there
was
like a
gonna
chimney?
ask.
There's only one
I
entrance,
don't
but
think
there are
Kumiko could
windows.
fit through a window.
Well, if there's only one entrance, then let's just act natural and go inside. We'll just tell Moonin not to react.
So you guys just walk
Yeah,
by
act
this
natural.
fucking bush with a fucking pair of wings sticking out of it?
Bye.
Yep, just act
Mhm.
natural.
Okay, so Rue, as you're walking past, you feel a handful of rocks in your pocket that got there somehow. Who knows?
He's going to keep that. He's going to keep the rocks.
I'm going to keep these. These are my rocks now. Fuck you, chat. I'm keeping these rocks.
No. I have a plan. I have a plan.
So you two are walking towards the cabin. Now, I would make you guys do performance checks, but none of you have performance. So
No. I have bluff.
I will allow you to bluff instead. But it's gonna be a bit. It's gonna come out differently as a bluff. So I need you to roll bluff and moxie for me, please.
I
Both
think
of
my
us?
stats are all
Mhm.
screwed up. I thought I had 2 bluff. That's weird. Maybe I'm thinking of Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
All these voices in my head, screamed Rue.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
So
I
Rue,
didn't even add my intelligence there.
Rue, you were acting perfectly natural, just walking, hands in pockets, playing with your rocks, as boys do. Kimiko, you are walking all kinds of wrong, trying to play it cool. And at one point, you turn and make eye contact with the harpy. Who looks at you. You look at her. She looks at you like. What do you do?
She quickly, all 8 eyes go in different directions. She walks into a lamppost or something.
Not a lamppost. You didn't roll a natural 1. You just look fucking stupid for a solid minute, for a solid couple heartbeats. And you kind of like, don't look at her. You look everywhere but her. And the Himalaya harpy is like, so your eyes. She's like, is she making fun of me? And
Can I roll to intimidate?
sure.
Cross his eyes. Are you intimidated?
Are you not afraid?
You gotta get large.
Are you not entertained?
I must be doing this right. She looked right at me. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We taught him wrong as a joke. I am bleeding. Clearly, I'm the victor. What movie, guys? What movie?
I don't know.
That's depressing. I may have aged myself right there live on camera. So go and roll your intimidation and your okay, before I choose the value, how do you want to try to intimidate her? Here we go. Intimidate how? What do you do to intimidate her exactly? What are you going to try to do to intimidate her?
I think she tries to snap the eyes all back, but as she does, she sneezes. So it just comes off as a slightly more natural. Oh, so that's what happens when she sneezes. All her eyes snap to the forward position.
That would have been a bluff, my dear. You rolled to intimidate. So
Okay. So
as you try to sneeze intimidate her, do you want
it was supposed to be a hiss. It came out a sneeze.
okay.
There we go. Hissing is intimidating.
I'll have her do her fucking save.
Damn it.
She looks so confused as she stands up in her bush. She goes, "Are you making fun of me? I'm really trying here." In her bush. I am really trying to hide. She's like waving her little fucking fronds of leaves,
I was trying to ignore you.
That's good. Try to ignore you. She goes,
Yeah,
well,
she just says, "I
she
was
goes, well, then
just
keep
trying to-
ignoring me. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look. Look away.
Okay.
Now, thank us, Moon, and you hear all this, and you kind of look at the window, and you see this Himalaya harpy, who you know was in police custody a little while ago, yelling at Kumiko from inside a bush, holding 2 bush fronds. What do you do?
For the moment, he's still drinking. He's just sitting there watching, waiting to see what their move is.
So, Kumiko, what do you say to this Himalaya harpy?
Just please don't hurt my friend.
She goes, I'm trying to hide from him, and he says, I'm trying really hard. And she starts ugly crying again, like just these giant angry tears. And she goes, I'm just trying to be sneaky, but I can't because I'm too big. And she's like, this picture of Himalaya standing in a bush that's like up to her fucking like her thighs and holding these 2 like fronds of like bush limbs. And as she's like yelling and crying at Kumiko, again, there are passerbys going, what the fuck is going? Like they're pointing at Kumiko and pointing at the Himalaya harpy. Rue, what do you do?
Are there any MPs around?
That might have been a better
No.
idea.
They are currently trying to find her where they last saw her, which is about 4 blocks the other direction.
Right. In that case, they'll say, Kumiko, let's maybe let her be and head inside.
I'm sure you're doing great. You're learning. Everybody needs to start somewhere. But goodbye.
Okay. As you say that, are you trying to bluff her or persuade her?
Persuade.
Okay.
I don't think she's lying.
For you, it's just Moxie then, so give it a roll.
It's just.
She
It
goes,
sounds so insincere.
She goes, are you making fun of me? And she steps out of this bush and starts beating this bush against the wall of the building. And like, there's a lot of force. Like, she's beating this bush apart. So she's hitting this bush so hard against a brick wall, she is shattering the limbs off of it. So
Maybe we should go.
Yeah, Rue's ushering you inside right now. Go on, inside.
Inside, you're not good at this. This isn't working.
And as soon as he gets in, he's going to close the door behind him, and he's going to say, Moonin, maybe use that radio and let the MPs know she's outside.
It didn't work the first time.
you guys look, he's holding like a wiggling fucking bandage.
Yeah,
he's like
he's-
doing this in his hand.
Petting a bandage. Just
He's like a Dr. Evil petting a bandage. I will call him Jelly Me.
Right. In that case, maybe we, like, move a bookcase in front of this or something. I don't want her coming in after us.
Yeah.
I don't want her coming in
Virilli
here.
is only after Moonin.
Yeah, no, I get that, man, but listen, I'm going to level with you, and I don't hate being in this position, but we're kind of in the crossfire here.
What
Can we
name?
just talk to her?
What?
I don't know. It didn't work for me.
What name you say, Moonin?
Virilli, wasn't it?
Really? Okay. Saying some of my notes. I was going to write it on here real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah.
She just seems really sad. Maybe just give her the time
Oh.
of day.
Moonin's not sure what to do. Moonin's already promised to Owl.
Kumiko,
Himalaya wants Moonin as mate.
yeah, Kumiko, honey, I'm going to
Oh.
level with you. I've run into this brand of crazy once before, and it doesn't end well, I promise you.
As you look out the window, she's laying face down on the sidewalk crying, and it's like she's covered in leaves.
Yeah, I've seen this scene before, and
Oh,
yeah, that doesn't end well. There's a particular Goliath that wants my head, so let's not worry about it right
It's a
now.
girl
let's-
failure
let's-
moment. Sonny, why you gotta be like that, brother?
Aw,
Absolute girl failure. No!
it's sad because I like girl failures. Anyway, he's just gonna like, which way does this door open? Is it like an inward opening door or an outward opening door?
Nearly all front doors open inward, just so you're wondering.
Well, I know, I understand that. I just want to double check before I go doing anything.
Yeah, inward.
He's
Now,
going to.
remember, if you're a Chet, they open outward. That way they can't batter down your door with a ram. But go ahead.
He'll like move a chair and kind of try to like wedge it up under the door handle, just so that we have a at least a second or two before she busts in.
Before I've been followed by penis. Thank you, X, for telling me that in an alert. But yeah, okay. So you
Dude, at
Thanks.
least you're not being followed by fart fetishists.
for now. But yeah. So
It's
you
a
can brace the
different
door
kind of
just
feeling,
fine.
yeah.
Now, as you brace the door, you hear a loud screech, and two Valley elves have kind of walked over to try and like help the harpy, and she's now on her feet screaming. You know, she's screaming at them, saying, "Don't you touch me! I don't need your help!" And she's like pointing at them, and she's still ugly crying at them and pointing with her giant wing claw. And she's got the full stance going, full combat, leaning in stance, pointing, but she's like shaking and still crying. So it's quite the sight. For sure. And she's still like leaves in her hair, leaves on her face, and all that. You know, 'cause the leaves are sticking to her tears, so it's like stuck leaf, stuck leaf, stuck leaf, stuck leaf.
Oh,
Oh.
I actually feel a little bit bad for her. I'm not gonna lie.
She did tear a
Not
random
too
dude's arm
bad.
off, so you can't feel.
She did,
You
yeah.
can't
And you
feel too
did say
bad
that
for
she
her.
was still carrying that, didn't you?
No.
What'd you say?
No. She was holding two tree limbs, not harpy limbs.
Oh, okay.
That'd be way more morbid and
that'd be way
obvious.
more weird. Yeah.
I've brought you a present, Moonin. I've brought you an extra pair of wings. I will adorn you with them until you look like a biblically accurate angel.
Mhm. But no, wait.
Yeah, Moonin not sure what to do. He told Himalaya no, and this is what happened.
Yeah, Moonin, buddy, listen, some women just don't know the meaning of the word no. Just some people in general just don't know the meaning of the word no. So maybe we just let her be like that for a little while, see if every so often you can get a hold of the MPs. And,
Problem is, Kumiko, one of your eyes catch some movement. You kind of turn, and there's two windows here. One facing Himalaya, one facing the other way down the road, and you see an owl harpy walking down the sidewalk carrying a backpack.
Do I recognize this owl harpy?
Moonin would.
Oh
Well,
no.
Kumiko and Rue and Moonin and Extravaganza all went to lunch with Molly Molly.
So yeah, you would know her.
yeah, we did.
Okay.
Alright.
Can Kumiko just really quickly throw open the window and pull her in?
Yeah. So you got long ass
Let's
limbs.
go.
So you trapdoor spider this fucking out. She's like, "Uah!" And you feel it scream as you rip her off the sidewalk. Like it's like a high pitched and scream as you get pulled to the window. When you kind of hold her, she's like doing this with the backpack, and she goes, "Oh, hi."
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna get one of my exploding daggers now. And he's gonna walk over, pick up one of his exploding daggers, and post up by the door.
Kumiko just places her in front of Moonin.
So she
Closes
goes.
the window.
So she goes, "Hi," towards Moon.
Hello, Extravaganza. How are you?
I figure since you're leaving for portals, I would get you something nice. And she kind of holds out, just because the whole mood's kind of ruined. She kind of goes, kind of holds it out, and this is a custom embroidered backpack, or kind of rucksack type deal, where the flap of the rucksack has an owl harpy and a brush feather with a shiny triangle on his heel, kind of like holding hands and swinging around in a circle.
Oh, this is lovely. Speaking of which, we may need to leave town soon, and Extravaganza may need to come with Moonin. And then he points out the window, like has her like peek out the window.
She kind of leans out. She goes, "Oh, right, that one. You know what? I'm pretty certain if I did go with you, she would just find you again. It's why I made the backpack. That way you can't forget me, and you come back here, or I go find you, or whatever. Because she's been trying to find. There are like 3 dead harpies around town. You know that, right?
No, Moonin didn't know that.
Yeah, she's killed like 3 people. So I got you the backpack. I was like a an affectionate reminder of us. So that way, when you went traveling, you remember me, and I have stuff from you, because I know that crazy winghead's gonna follow you. She points towards the Himalayas, who's still like screeching and throwing leaves through the air.
Moonin sees. Moonin looks over. Moonin doesn't know what to do.
I'd say go
Only
ahead
way to
and
make her stop is kill, and Moonin doesn't want to do that.
Well, let's not kill necessarily. Just God, gods, I don't. The MPs are at least 4 blocks away. I don't think there's anything we can do, at least right now. Are there curtains on this window?
There are, yeah.
Maybe she works like one of them parrots. If she can't see you, then she'll just kind of quiet down on her own.
Oh, it's nighttime.
Yeah. And he'll kind of like close the shades.
Moonin can go talk to Himalaya, but
I don't think I'd advise that.
She seems to be looking for you, I think, or somebody who is connected to you. I don't know if Extravaganza even wants to go out there.
Yeah, if there are 3 dead harpies that have occurred as a result of requests for you, I don't think you going out there to talk to her is such a good call.
So the harpy goes, I'm not going out there. Are you out of your minds?
Mm-hmm.
I need to look at an item I have. It only races 30 seconds. Okay. All right. I guess we wait. Maybe Himalaya will leave.
Yeah, and if nothing else, we can wait for the others to come back, and if we have to, we can all confront her as a squad. I'm sure we've handled like 50 orcs. I'm sure we can handle one Himalaya.
I don't think you're ready for that.
Moon is just going to hand her a beer as he's chilling it.
So Extravaganza goes, so anyway, hope you like the backpack. I'm gonna go ahead and head back to my place.
I would advise using the window.
She goes,
Or maybe like a side window.
The
she
back
looks
window,
and she
yeah.
goes, okay. She kind of like tick tack to the back window, kind of throws it open.
Wait, hold on. If Himalaya corners you, use this, and he's going to hand one of the smoke grenades to her.
She looks at it and she goes,
Smoke bomb!
how's this work exactly?
You pull the pin and throw it in front. Makes big cloud of smoke.
Oh, okay. I'll put it right here. She puts it like right on her, like, so her dress comes on like this. She puts it like right there, like drags her top down a little bit.
Wouldn't recommend holding it. Just toss it in front.
Oh no, like I was put it right here, so it's always here. And again, where you're looking, there's a lot of owl harpy flesh right there.
He's going to politely avert his gaze.
I don't remember what color smoke grenade that'd have been.
Looks respectively. But yeah, she goes, anyway, when you get back, I guess let me know or write me a letter. All that fun stuff. And of course, you can hear the screeching through the window, carrying across all the alleyways.
Moonin will let Extravaganza know once we decide where Chakwan is going.
She goes, okay. Bye.
I think Kumako's just pouring some of the first little mushroom-infused stuff. She hands one to Rue, she takes one, and she's like, okay, truth or drink, is this the worst date you've ever been on?
As a harpy,
No, I think the worst date I've ever...
As an harpy falls through the window.
No, that's the truth. Is no, I don't think this is the worst. This has actually been quite lovely, aside from the looking out through a slip of the curtain.
Eventually, Moonin's going to have to face Himalaya.
Do you want to get it over with now, or wait for backup?
Want to drink some of the shroom wine and go?
Yeah, let's drink the shrimp wine.
So as you two are imbibing in your shroom wine and discussing the future plans, Stugi, you have eaten a full meal with Tantina. You notice that when she gets her plate, she separates all her food They're in little quadrants, and she eats every piece of like every food type once at a time. And she doesn't once mix her fork. It's either a fork of one thing, a fork of the other, fork of one. She never combines foods.
That isn't normal.
What do you mean?
Is that not normal?
You're gonna go. It's not.
What? Me, a very picky eater and autistic.
I've done that my whole life.
You mix everything together?
What kind of heathen mixes foods?
Sugi? Okay. Tatina, does it taste better that way? Or is it out of habit?
Yes, you heard that?
Yeah.
She goes, "This is just the right way to do it."
Thank you.
To the DM who mixes. She goes,
May I ask why? Or is it just how it is?
She goes, it's just the right way. This is how it's done. This is how you eat. And she looks at you like, wait, you mix yours?
I just ate it as they served me.
Like, with everything touching?
Yeah.
Ugh. She makes a face at you.
My apologies. I'll
Wait.
start eating it correctly.
You switch to try and meet the crazy. I guess I'll eat the other way. Okay, so when you guys have finished your meal, what do you want to do, Sugi?
What time of day is it?
It's around 9 o'clock.
Is it like dark out?
It's dark. It's dark.
Hey Tachina, what do you think about the stars?
She kind of shrugs. Goes, I don't know. They're up there, aren't they?
Yeah, but do you ever like look at them? Like think about them? Is it ever on your mind? Sugi's trying so hard.
I'll at least roll for it.
So that's like the fourth nat 20 you've rolled.
She goes, well, yeah, they're like giant balls of gas, aren't they? And they're like traveling through the void of like non-Scapira, and they shine down on us and kind of flicker. And if you watch them, sometimes they'll go out and then come back. And some people think there's actually a large black void that goes over the stars and blocks them from view. And you, Sugi, get locked to an half-hour-long talk about the stars, a scientific talk about the stars and constellations and how seasons move and what lives on the moon. You unlocked a little lore dump from Tantina.
Sugi, tell her about the skeleton on the moon.
Sugi is very actively listening. And Tatina, do you want to watch the stars? See if we can watch any of them go out?
I mean, usually you have a big long viewer you look up at the moon at the sky with. If you do it from our eyes, we're not going to see anything because our eyes aren't able to see that well into the sky like a big viewer can.
True, but I still like looking at the stars.
So I'm giving you the same experience one of my dates give you, by the way. This is coming from like my own lore. How this girl acted. And she goes, I mean, we could, but like, what would we do after? Because we have to go out to a big dark place away from the city because light pollution here. And if you don't go too far away, then we can't see all the stars we can see. If you go too far away, we want to be back in time for work tomorrow morning. And I don't know how far your van can go. And sometimes there are bandits outside the walls who wait for people who leave late at night on foot and they get snatched up. And she goes off on this long tangent of people who have gone missing by going too far from the cop at night.
Tatina, I'm a Veil Rider. I usually don't get attacked by bandits because, guns, big ones.
She points. We got attacked at Steffel House.
I didn't have guns.
Yeah, but we got attacked at
Also-
Steffel House. Like, if it happened there, it could happen anywhere.
Did you get hurt at Snaffle House?
Emotionally, yeah. I saw you get stabbed.
That hurts you emotionally?
I mean, you got stabbed. Like, that's weird and gross. Like, the metal went inside you and, like, your blood came out.
It didn't feel great,
Well,
but
I doubt it. Like, generally, stabbing doesn't feel good because you're being stabbed.
have you been stabbed before? Outside of like a needle?
No, because I tend to avoid leaning into blades when they're offered my direction.
That's probably smart.
Yeah, generally it's not smart to get stabbed, which makes me wonder about you. She stares right into your face, Suki. Just blank stare, like,
I wonder if I'm smart too.
Do you like looking at stars?
I do. I've learned some information about stuff on the moon, so I like looking at the moon.
Do you know about the whole, like, the guy up there?
Yeah, Allure told me about him.
Yeah, it's like, what was it again? He's like just a guy up there,
Yeah,
chilling.
he's a burning skeleton demigod who is like the champion of Allure, who got trapped on the moon by, I believe, a fae. I'm not super sure. On
No,
the exact reasons.
it was like the queen because he was slaughtering tons of people.
Yeah,
It's
Queen
in
of
books.
the Fae put him up there. The Queen of the Fae put him up there because he was slaughtering people.
Yeah. Apparently, the way you get him back is by, like, finding someone of equal importance and setting them on fire at a certain place with a certain person. It's kind of weird. It's like a ritual or something.
I'm surprised you knew about that. I didn't know that was like a common thing to know about.
It's not.
Or maybe you're just...
She's full on, like, just not.
Oh. I mean... would you like to look at the stars, or did you have anything else in mind?
I wouldn't mind going home because you've got those cool clothes sitting there. I'd look at them some more.
Okay. I'll just take care of you.
Do what?
I'll just take you home if that's where you'd like to go.
I mean, where do you want to go?
I was just happy spending time with you.
Do you want to spend time with me at my shop?
Sure. I can see if I can get some more clothes out of the wagon.
That'd be cool. Like, maybe a pair of pants.
We'll see. Not a whole lot of control over what comes out.
So when you say that, she hops off her stool. She slaps down a guilder to pay for both your meals. She goes, okay, let's go. And, like, offers her arm to you.
Oh, thank you. I'll take the arm. Not like the Himalaya.
Thanks for the arm, bro. Okay. So I assume you go back to the van, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So she kind of gets in the seat. She's sitting there, and she kind of looks up at the stars. She kind of looks up a little bit. Kind of leans back in the seat.
Did you see anything interesting?
No.
Okay.
So as you guys are driving away, Suki, you do see that there are 4 MPs at a corner holding the shreds of a Himalaya burrito. And as well as there are 6 other MPs who are wounded and being treated for slash wounds.
Hey, Tatina, can we stop real quick? I want to help out the MPs.
She goes, sure.
I'm gonna park the car
Okay.
and then walk out. Be like, hey, guys, what's up?
Same
thing that happened in the market earlier?
She goes, someone goes, man, this crazy fucking harpy bitch just tore out of this fucking wrap, slashed us up and took off, telling about how she's gonna prove herself or some damn thing. And she's loose, man. She's loose in the city. She's already killed more than once today, and I don't know what her. I mean, Himalayas are a bit, scrambled in the first place, but she is completely off the charts.
Do you guys need healing?
So someone goes, well, I mean, we'll take it. Yeah. What is that? And you hear the of your turret spinning.
I'm gonna look back.
So Tantina, completely straight face, is just spinning in your turret. Then she stops.
Oh.
She's one way, stops, other way. She's just going in circles.
Well, it's
She's
not
having a
loaded. It's not loaded, so you don't have to worry about it.
Are you trying to bluff them?
No, I literally haven't reloaded it.
Okay, so it is empty.
Yeah, no.
Is there ammo in the truck?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do hear the chink chink of her pressing the butterflies. Oh, it's 50 cal. She goes, huh, that's weird. And you hear the top flap of the 50 cal come up.
Hey, we'll be back in just a second.
So as you're rounding around, now do you go on top of the van or do you go around to the door?
I'm gonna just like walk up and be like, "Hey, Tatina, what are you doing?"
She goes, nothing. And you see the brass come up in a fucking big belt. So,
Hey, Tatina.
so she goes, hey, did you know your gun was unloaded?
Yeah, we were in town. I didn't want to have a loaded weapon of mass destruction just on deck.
She goes, oh, don't be silly. Click, and slams that lid shut.
If you don't mind not shooting that, I don't feel like getting arrested.
And I wasn't. I was just seeing if it was unloaded, and it was. Now I'm loading it.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Just, I'm assuming you know better than to shoot that in town.
Huh? Is this gun loaded? Click, 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 click. Nope. That fucking the fucking meme with the revolver always fucking gets me. Wow, a revolver. Is it loaded? Click, 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 click. Nope, guess not. Jesus. So she loads both 50s, and she's like, still, and still, you see like the brass belts kind of glittering in the fucking moonlight, and all the NPCs are going like, well, they look at you and look at her like they go,
Yeah, I'm gonna deal with that. Best of luck, guys. I'll take down that Himalaya if I see her.
So one of them goes, is she qualified to use that? Is she personnel? They're all kind of walking towards you, Sugi. What do you do? There's about 30 feet between you and them. What do you do?
Sugi is going to 180 spin on his heel and just stiff power walk back to the van.
They go, hey, wait a minute. Hey, hold on. And they're all kind of walking towards you. So you get in the van. The van's still running, I assume, yeah?
Yeah. It's gonna peel off.
Down the fucking street. All right. So they go, hey, wait. And they're all trying to like run after you. And he's down the street through traffic. As you're kind of like going down the street, down this cobble road, you kind of look in your side view mirror. And you see that she's turned enough where you can see her face, and and as the wind is blowing through her hair and kind of tussling it in the wind, you see that her face is still placid. There's no emotion on her face as she's kind of like just kind of looking forward, head kind of turned, facing the wind.
Huh.
I know
Alright,
you
then.
can't tell, but she's having a great time.
On the inside.
Yeah.
Having fun up there?
She goes, huh? No, why? She kind of looks down at you.
Just asking.
She goes, why are you running from cops?
Because what you're doing is illegal.
How?
Civilians can't use unregistered firearms.
That sounds dumb. And she's just spinning. So as you're driving down the road with all the other vehicles, dingoes and trucks and APCs, you see this turret of this van as you drive down the road.
This is entertaining.
So you arrive at her shop, and Tantina kind of she kind of overthinks how to get out of the turret. She climbs up and then slides down the front of the mirror, which is a sight for you, to be sure. And as she slides down, on her butt across the mirror. Your paramour kind of puts her hands in front of your eyes like this. She's trying to block your view from her.
Sugi just lets it happen.
These little hands like right in front of your face. I need like little finger hands for like paramour actions. Know what I mean?
Mhm.
The little like mini hands. Based Southern Elf. Great. So she arrives at the shop with you, and she kind of ignores you and kind of eagerly steps up the steps of the shop, and she goes right inside. What do you do?
Okay. I'm gonna look in the cabinet, so looking for some pants.
What are you thinking? Actually, roll me d20. Okay. As you go towards the cabinet, you open it. There's a pair of Levi jeans and a book. That's
What
all.
does the book say?
It's in English letters. And as you pull it out, your paramour clicks her teeth at it.
Hey, what does that say?
She goes, "It says understanding autism."
Oh,
Oh.
what is autism?
She goes, "Nothing important. I'm sure it's fine."
Can I tell she's lying?
Roll me Mox. Hold on. Investigation. Investigation. You have investigation, don't you?
Nah.
No. Roll me Moxie. She didn't seem honest. I can tell you that much.
Why aren't you telling the truth?
She goes, "I am. Well, you can't read. So what do you know about autism?
That's why I was asking you,
Why are you asking me?"
because you can read
Yeah.
human language.
I don't know what autism is. I have no idea what autism is. It's a mystery. I don't know what that is.
Okay. Would you mind helping me read this later then?
There's a long pause. She goes, "Yeah, I guess."
Okay, thank you.
She goes, "Yeah, no problem." Her fucking teeth clenched together.
Alright, I'm gonna take the Levi jeans inside.
So as you take the jeans inside, her face again lights up as if you brought in a fistful of gold. And she goes, "What are those?" And she kind of like strides over and kind of takes them out of your hand and holds them up. And she's again enraptured in these jeans. Now, Sugi, as she starts tearing these jeans apart with her seam ripper, what do you want out of this particular? Do you want to stay here, or do you want to go back to the cat? Like, what is your goal here?
Sugi's just gonna hang out with her and just honestly, yeah, he's probably just gonna hang out with her and then go back to the cabin
Hang out for how long?
until she needs to go to bed, probably, or she kicks me out.
That's part of the problem. If you're gonna hang out until she goes to bed and kick you out, you're there for an additional 4 hours. As she goes over this clothing and takes all of these measurements and kind of makes up and down sizes. She's writing in his journal. And the only time she acknowledges you is when she looks back at you, kind of looks at the clothes, walks away, and you hear her kind of like doing something in her little kitchen. She comes out and gives you a glass of tea or a mug of hot tea with cream and milk. Kind of hands it to you, kind of pats your chest, and then goes back to doing her thing with the clothes.
Thank you.
She kind of
Do
like
you
she kind of looks back at you and doesn't smile, but kind of like nods at you.
do you drink alcohol?
You what?
Do you drink alcohol?
She goes, "Sometimes when the mood strikes me."
Would you like some wine?
"Do you have wine?"
Probably.
Is it with you?
I'll go get it.
Sure, why not?
Okay. Is there a bottle of? There's alcohol in the mini fridge. Is any of it wine?
Sure.
Sugi for that whole week period, he was just like, I need booze. Opens cabinet. This shit sucks.
There's probably one in there, yeah.
Alright. He's gonna grab wine and then I don't know, 2 of the glasses. I think there's some small glass. Or no, she probably has glasses.
So as you walk back inside with the wine bottle and 2 glasses, you see that her hat is back on her head and she looks far more calm.
Oh no, it's her medication hat.
Her medication hat?
It's her
Okay.
medication hat.
And she goes, oh, the wine, awesome. And she kind of walks towards you and kind of holds her hand up one of the glasses.
Yeah, I'll pour some and hand it to her.
So you two spend about an additional hour drinking wine, and she explains to you all about these clothes and how ingenious the shapes are, what they mean, what they do. She's currently pondering over the tiny pocket in the jeans, wondering what the hell is this tiny fucking pocket for? What can fit in a tiny pocket? And she spends about half an hour just gurning and angrily trying to mind acknowledge what this little tiny pocket in these jeans do. And she has by the time she's ready for bed, she has 14 conspiracy theories on what the pocket's for. But eventually she does go, I need to sleep. It's probably really late and I got work in the morning.
Alrighty. Thanks for your time. Would you want to hang out again? Go on a date?
Are you going to be here tomorrow?
Yeah, I'd be in town tomorrow. I'll probably be leaving before too long, in a few days.
Okay. If you're tomorrow, come back tomorrow.
Alright, cool. I'll see if I can get any more clothes. Also, I'd like some help maybe designing some clothes. Would you be interested in that?
Designing what kind of clothes?
Well, I'd like something I have this bright white outfit that we're working on, right? And I was thinking maybe something a bit darker, maybe for nighttime.
I mean, sure. Usually,
Black.
usually black and blue is good for nighttime.
Well, we could talk over designs tomorrow. I'll let you go to bed.
Sure. Have a good sleep.
Yeah, you too.
And she kind of stands there awkwardly as you kind of move towards the door. She's not really sure what to do. So do you walk out?
Yeah, so he's just gonna walk out.
So when you grab the door handle and pull it open and take a step, she goes, wait, hold on. We gotta do something, right?
We don't have to. Do you want to?
But we got this. We gotta follow protocol, right? She kind of looks left and right and kind of walks up, and she gets about halfway to you and kind of throws her arms open, wide for a hug. Mind you, she is damn near 2 feet shorter than you, so she's kind of hugging up.
Would you like a hug?
So she's doing this. She's like, yeah. It's awkward as fuck.
It's okay. He's gonna give her a hug, kind of pick her up, so he doesn't have to stoop. He's gonna stoop down a little, and then just give her a hug, and then just stand up straight.
She kind of goes awkward, she kind of goes pat, 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 all awkward and shit.
Alrighty, see you tomorrow.
She goes, yep, and she turns around, full force, and kind of walks backwards. So as you walk out,
Right.
the paramour goes, that was all so fucking awkward. You're both so fucking awkward. And she rub her temples, and you're both so fucking awkward.
Yeah, it's probably the first time I've been on a date with somebody who isn't asking about my parents.
She probably didn't even know who your parents are.
Thankfully.
So do you just want more? Is that it? She says it just like your face.
No, I mostly just kind of want to meet new people.
Right. Meet new people who are your size. I get it. And she like crosses her arms on your shoulder like this.
All right, well, the night's young. What do you want to get up to?
No, it's not young at all. It's like what, like 3 a.m. or so, whatever the hell it is right now.
Sugi reaching under the bench for a bag of Coke. Yeah, you're right.
So, Kumiko and Rue and Moonin, who's all drinking shroom wine?
Right here.
Yep.
Moonin?
If they're willing to share, Moon and will. If not, he's not going to intrude on their date.
This is a giant open room cottage. You're going to intrude one way or another, my guy.
All right, he'll join in.
Unless you hide in the bathtub looking face down, you're gonna see something. So you three are drinking this shroom wine. And it takes a long while to activate because this shroom wine has a delaying effect to it where it lures you in. So your first cup, you guys don't feel anything. So Kumiko, Moon, and Rue, brain power save.
Yep.
At disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Sad.
Sad. Really sad.
Oh.
That'll be 25 for me.
Moonin. 14. So Rue, hey, always give it 1 cup. Wait half an hour, then we'll see. Kumiko, Moonin, you guys pour a second cup and start drinking it nearly immediately if you realize nothing's happened. So, Sugi, do you do the powdery substance on the way to the cottage? Ah!
Sugi just
There
kicks the
is-
door.
Yeah, I want to read this book.
I have to understand autism as your envious paramours trying to explain to you how to like your possible girlfriend more. This is going to go over well. Sure. So
Oh yeah, totally. She's totally not just gonna lie to me to make this fucking terrible.
they hate trains and love their food touching. So, Sugi, you arrive at the cottage around when Kumiko and Moonin's second glass is hitting and Rue's first glass is hitting. Take it away.
Guys, what are y'all drinking?
How did you
Without
get through
me?
the door, Sugi?
It opens, Rue.
Wait, the chair isn't there. Where the fuck is the harpy? And he looks genuinely slightly panicked.
On the loose, she almost killed like 10 military police.
Oh. Last I heard, she killed like 3 harpies. Okay. We're drinking shroom wine if you want to join.
We're playing Truth or Drink.
Yes.
Yeah, get me in on that. How many glasses have y'all had?
I've had the
2.
one because, yeah, that's gonna be an issue.
There is enough for 4 more glasses.
Alright, well, Sugi's gonna drink too. Just like back to back.
Fuck,
Okay.
dude. Okay.
No,
Well,
actually,
get him high again.
No take backs. No take backs. You said it.
also, he's also high on coke. So, this is gonna... Oh, wait, no, that would hit, like, instantly, wouldn't it? Because of the fucking metabolism thing.
Yeah.
So he just, like, gulps down 2 and then just starts seeing shit instantly.
Before the high gets too much worse, Rue wants to lock the front door.
So
This is like the 3rd time Rue's locked the front door.
who put this chair here?
Well, I
I keep
just
keep
walked in
locking
because
this
I have a
door.
key. Hey, Root, this door swings out. You know that, right? The chair's not going to do anything.
Fuck. Okay. Oh god, is she in the room with us? And he's going to start looking for the Himalaya harpy.
No.
It's a Himalaya. We would know.
You'd think, but she's trying to learn how to sneak. She might have gotten really good.
All right. Let me know when the shrooms hit.
Don't worry, I will.
All right, so all of you are just high off your ass right now.
They're getting
Mhm.
there. They're getting there. The
So-
buzz, the alcohol buzz is getting there, but the shrooms are still building in their digestive systems.
How'd y'all's date go?
It went rather nicely, if I do say so myself. How about you, Kumiko?
Is it not still going?
Kimiko, brain power check.
Did it end?
Brain power save.
Okay.
Brain power save.
Normal or disadvantage?
Disadvantage for sure.
Alright.
Why
did that roll 3?
Because you rolled a 1.
You're not one.
Oh.
Kimiko, you feel compelled to tell Sugi everything that happened.
We went and I scared a bunch of children at the restaurant,
That makes
except for one who decided to build a net out of my webbing. And then we went and we got food, and we went to the park, and they had blankets there. And then there was also this weird spirit glob thing.
Spirit glob?
And then we went home at here. This counts as home, right? And we found the Himalaya. And then I kind of kidnapped Extravaganza.
Kidnapped? Extravaganza.
She was walking right towards the Himalaya.
Oh, no, that's not kidnapping. That's preventing a murder.
Yeah, that.
And what else, Kumiko?
What you mean what else? We went straight here.
Yeah, we didn't have sex or anything. What?
Did Rue not tell you about the keychain?
What keychain?
Oh,
I don't think it
No.
would have even registered to him, honestly. He wouldn't know what the pineapple means. I, the player, know what the pineapple means, and that's why I was asking.
Mhm.
oh, okay, never
I
mind.
don't think Sugi told us that.
Sugi and Hamla are the only people that know about the pineapple.
Oh, okay, as you were.
Yeah.
Oh, Sugi, I was meaning to ask you, you still have that paramour, right?
Yeah.
Would you mind holding her up for me for a second? I just need to, like, check something real quick.
The Paramore goes, "Don't you fucking touch me."
No. Oh, well, he wouldn't be able to see her.
Yeah,
either.
so she's saying that to Sugi.
She's not okay with that, Rue.
Oh, no, I won't, like, touch her or anything. I just need to, like, get a feel for... That sounds wrong. That sounds really fucking wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
She leans in. I will bite you, Sugi. I'll bite you so hard.
So I met up with the brass ring, and they said that if you, like, wave your hand in front of a box of ammo, you can kind of get, like, a general feel of, like, oh, if there's a bullet inside of the box. But the thing is, I don't want to accidentally touch another bride or another quarter or another, whatever the higher level was called. I don't want to accidentally touch one of those, so I just want to get a feel of the aura, just really quick, so that I understand. I can just, like, wave my hand in front of a box of shells.
She
and go,
goes,
"There's
you're
one."
gonna let him feel me? Really? You're gonna let him do that to me?
No, just...
No,
To Sugi.
no,
Yeah.
no. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna let him hold the M9 that you're stored in. But if he takes it out of the mag, I might. Yeah. Rue, you can hold the gun. Bullets in the gun. You should be able to
Cool.
feel it.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I
Absolutely.
won't shoot you with it this time. I promise.
I'd appreciate that, yeah.
She's gonna flop down in his lap.
Some
Yeah,
fur
like
floating in the air.
fucking.
Kumiko, brain power save, disadvantage.
Oh no.
Kumiko's a large ass spider.
She big lady. You envision in your head flopping down, all giggly and feminine like in your animes. Instead, you just flop full body onto Rue and just crush him into the floor.
That's
Moonen's having a
that's
flashback.
better than a natural one, which I assume would mean that I headbutted his nuts.
Just break Moonen's nose. So Moonin, here's a problem though. Moonin, you're a Himalaya harpy. You're small. Your psychedelics hit a lot faster than everyone else's. So Moonin, I need to give me a brain power save disadvantage. So,
Oh, no.
Moonin, you watch in horror as Kumiko raises her arms up. You see her teeth grow large and hissing, and her forked tongue coming out of her mouth, and she tackles Rue. In your mind, fills your ears with the sounds of bones crunching and teeth chomping.
Yeah, Moonin runs to the bathroom and is hiding in the bathtub at this point, just looking over the edge.
Hey, I gotta go. Sorry.
Like in game
Has-
or IRL?
No, like IRL. I
Okay,
have
that's
to
fine.
leave.
Oh, no.
Sugi's probably just gonna trip balls and try to read the autism book.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
Alrighty.
so you have Sugi
Thanks,
and one.
Sugi.
Got a problem, brother. So Sugi is in one corner, reading his English book, and very slowly nodding and turning the pages one by one. Moonin is hiding in the bathtub. Hummel still nowhere to be seen. He's off somewhere. And Moonin, as you're kind of looking over the lip of the bathtub like this, watching your mind is warping reality around you, and you see somehow, some way, Kumiko grab both sides of Rue's face and slowly start pulling on it. What do you do?
He's just gonna cower in the bathtub with his ghillie suit pulled over him.
So, Kumiko and Rue, you hear the of his feet and loud of him going in the tub. After a while, you both kind of look, because Rue, you kind of get yourself out from under Kumiko because you have to, honestly. And as you kind of like get your hair out of your face and look, you see this ghillie suit wearing harpy like in the bathtub, staring through his little hood at you.
Oh, he's having a bad trip. As a white feather, would I generally have an idea of how to try to calm that bad trip?
Kinda, sorta. It requires a pretty solid Moxie medical check.
Okay, Moxie and medical. I
Yeah.
can do that. Medical and Moxie.
So as Rue is kind of walking towards the tub, Kumiko, what do you do?
She's just like, say, do you want me to make a hammock? Is this a secret hammock?
Let's hold off on the hammock for just a minute. I gotta get Moonin calmed down, okay? He's probably seeing some crazy shit right now.
And that's when
Like
Kumiko's
what?
fucking mushrooms hit. Give me a brain power save disadvantage.
Okie dokie. It's a good trip or bad trip.
Oh. Oh no.
So as
Oh,
you
no.
you're kind of tilting your head towards Rue, and as Rue's walking away, his clothes are like morphing off his body until it's just like a naked Rue standing there. Rue's going, "Hey, buddy. Hey, Moonin." He's kind of walking towards Moonin, but you watch as like his buttocks gets a little more round, his tail gets bushier, and like he has this weird pink aura around him, and there's like, for somehow, some way, there are like flower petals floating through the air as you gaze at Rue. Now, Moonin, what
Really,
you're,
she's
Okay.
just standing there. She thinks she's looking at him in awe, but really she's just standing there drooling, looking like off her rocks.
now, Moonin, you see Rue's head lopped over on his shoulder, neck exposed. He's going, "Hey, bud, relax." But
Heads up,
his mouth is
Chuckle
moving on
Fox,
its own,
big
you know?
boy coming through.
Hands held out. And you see behind
Nessence 2 has activated a
Maru, you
mule
see Kumiko
potion.
drooling,
Having mastered the
but
basics
she's
of
drooling with her
CQC
fangs
solid
out, and
bird,
all of
the
her eyes
Himalaya
are
is going on an
growing
adventure with the Merc leader
larger and
boss. She
staring
will
right
learn
at
the ways of
you.
stealth, but at the
And
end with betrayal, after a fight
you
with boss, she
get-
will earn the title of Big Bird.
You get the
Yes,
feeling.
MG.
What the fuck kind of mule is that? You get the feeling that she's either hungry for you or Rube. Either way, it scares you.
There's no other place to hide in here, is there?
Under the bed.
He's gonna run for under the bed.
Now,
If he can't get there, then it's out the window.
now, Moonin comes out of that fucking bathtub and is skittering on all fours towards the bed. What do you do?
He's gonna give him space, let him do what he feels he needs to do. He's not gonna try to grab him or anything. If he feels like he needs to be under the bed, he's gonna let him go under the bed.
In essence,
Yeah, Moonin's just under bed hissing at him like a possum.
like a possum. Okay, so maybe calming you down isn't gonna work too well. Before I get high, I'm gonna, provided I have the ability to do so, I'm just gonna wave my hand over the gun that Sugi said the paramour is stored in, and he's just gonna see if he can't feel the aura before he gets too high.
You do feel the aura, yes.
Cool. Noted. All right. In that case, I guess I might as well just sit back and let it go. All right. He's gonna find some place to be comfortable. Just let the high overtake him, I guess.
Here's a problem, Rue. You're a white feather. You rolled high. The high never comes. You just get a real solid buzz. So you kind of watch everything happening. However, Kumiko, as you're looking, you kind of hear this hissing under the bed. You look under the bed from the awfully manhwa-esque form of Rue with his like shining eyes and his oddly large pecs. You see this fucking tabby cat under the bed. It looks really like a really cute tabby cat, Kimiko. And it's clearly afraid. Want to give me a brain power save there, Kumiko?
Sure. Disadvantage.
You know what's going on. Yeah, you know it's at disadvantage.
Yeah, at this point I know. Oh god.
And,
Why every time?
and you really want to pet that pretty kitty, Kumiko.
Oh dear God.
She starts making like little like
Yeah.
like tick 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 noises.
So and then what? Like what else are you doing?
She pulls out the fish oil and is just like, "You want some?"
The dropper. So, Moonin, you see Kumiko clacking her giant mandibles at you. Mandibles grow over her face, and are clacking at you. And she's holding up a bottle of blood that says harpy blood on it. Give me a brain power save.
No. God, he's gonna end up outside. I'm gonna have to go and find him.
He's gonna end up outside. Fuck.
With the Himalaya on the loose.
Oh,
no.
So, Moonin, you believe that this giant, grotesque spider is coming to get you. And you're currently cornered under the bed. Now, think up your best thought of how a completely shroomed out Himalaya harpy would act, knowing that this brush feather harpy, how they would react with this giant, evil, grotesque, big-titted spider coming at him with these giant clicking mandibles.
Well, there's two things. Either he's going to try to bolt or he's going to use one of his smoke grenades.
If you don't want to choose, you can flip a coin.
I'll flip a coin.
Okay.
We've got a designated driver to talk to the MPs.
We'll call to the smoke.
What is it, R1D2?
Yeah, /R1D2. Like guards games are a brochures of why not to do drugs.
Yeah.
Remember, kids, don't do drugs. Guard Bro says don't do drugs. Okay, so bolt. So Rue, so Moon, you go to bolt, but you realize, oh no, you have 4 arms and 6 legs. You don't know how to move all these legs. I have to worm it out of here. Now, Rue, you watch Moonin trying to act like his wriggle rap and try and like worm across the floor using his hips and elbows. He's not using his legs or his hands. Now, Moonin, you feel like you're going 1,000,000 miles an hour. You are the fastest worm harpy alive right now, but you're actually going nowhere and simply just flopping along the wooden boards. Rue, what do you do?
I'm just gonna sigh and think for a second before he goes over, grabs a blanket, and just kind of tosses it over Moonin.
Now, you would know, with your medical score, how to do a harpy rap.
He's gonna try to do a harpy rap.
So give me a medical, physical, brain power, please.
Medical, physical, plus brain power.
Here, kitty.
So Moonin, you stare in horror as you're like, oh no, my arms aren't working, as Rue, head lopped over and nose and mouth bleeding, as he wraps you in a giant tortilla. And you look up in horror, as this Kumiko's like click, 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 and she's now wearing a sombrero, which is kind of odd. But in your mind, you're being prepared as a tasty burrito treat for the evil spider. Kumiko, you now see a cute, adorable tabby kitten wrapped in a blanket with the biggest eyes and the biggest fluffy, oddly feathery ears, and you just gotta pet that harpy or that kitten.
We're just gonna pick up Moonin, the Moonin burrito. He's gonna put him up on the bed, facing away from Kumiko, because he has a feeling that she really wants to touch him, and he's not gonna take kindly to seeing her touching him.
Yeah, she's got like grabby hands out.
So Kumiko,
Yeah, he's trying really hard to keep him from seeing her.
So Kumiko, you watch as nude Rue moves the burrito wrapped, or sorry, the towel wrapped kitten onto the bed. As he turns towards you, Rue is talking to you, but he seems to be speaking in Korean. You don't really know Korean, but like, you know, his face is bright red and blushing. His eyes are glowing. Again, his pecs just keep getting bigger, as well as another part of him. And give me a Moxie save.
Okay.
Sorry, no, what? This is a fucking brain power save. Same thing, disadvantage. Call it brain power.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, 19. So you kind of go, what? And your brain is trying to remember. I remember Rue's dick being that big. It's trying to like, wait, it's like, hold on a minute here. Your brain's trying to fix things back into perspective. Kimiko, what do you do?
I think she was like, something's different, and I don't know what it is. Do you get a brushing again?
Yeah, let's say that. Why don't you follow me over here? He's gonna try to divert her attention away from Moonin off to the other side of the room. Let's just talk over here.
But she's like, but the kitten, and then she starts like baby
He's
talking.
not there. There's no kitten there.
She starts baby talking in Heskett.
Ah.
There's the kitten there.
So she's clicking and hissing in a Trillic language towards Moonin. Moonin, you hear an absolute devil's chorus behind you. You're like, and your fucking tortilla. You know, you are the crying hot dog in the hot dog bun right now, and you cannot get away, Moonin.
Just focus on me over here, Kumiko. There isn't a kitten over there. There's nothing there. Just focus on me, yeah?
So Kumiko,
start like petting his head.
Yeah, as you look towards Rue now has a giant kitten head. He's now no longer a Knoll. Rue's now a Serbian. With the largest ears ever seen on a Serbian, and you feel compelled to just get your hands all up in that shit.
She's like, she like reaches out her hands. She's trying to give him like an ear massage.
He'll let her do it. Just keeping her away from Moonin. He is currently the only sober person in this room, and wants to make sure she's not gonna do weird shit to Moonin.
Rue, now you give me a grit save.
A grit save, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's just straight D20. Oh, not terrible.
Despite the chills the ear massage is giving you, you're like, yeah, wait, no, because you remember Sugi's in the corner, like, yeah, book, you know, he's seeing the entire room, you know, and Kumiko's getting her fingers in there and she's gripping, and you're like, wait a minute, because you know where her mind's going. You're able to kind of, oh shit.
Okay.
Please tell me you face Moonin away.
Yeah, he faced you away so that you couldn't see Kumiko. He faced you away. He faced you towards the wall. he put you in the burrito, and he faced you towards a patch of the wall so that you would only see that wall. And he's kind of like set up maybe a couple pillows on either side of your face to give you some blinders. I just hope that doesn't induce some kind of psychosis.
I mean,
yeah, he's
staring at a wall. I'll get the moon in here in a minute.
Yeah, he's just gonna let her pet his ears. He's gonna chill out, take a chill pill, and he isn't quite sure what to do now that he's the only person in the room who isn't high. This hasn't happened before. Usually I end up high. That's weird.
So Kumiko, while Rue's hair slowly transforms into cotton candy, that's sent into the perfect scent you've ever smelled in your life. Moonin, you're looking towards this wall, just this plain ass wall. In your mind, can't do a lot of things with a plain ass wall, so starts inventing things, like the sounds of a Himalaya scratching down the windows behind you, or the flutter of Himalaya wings across the roof. And give me another brain power save, Moonin. Moonin
Still at disadvantage?
Yeah, see, Moonin's better at combat. And like, I don't like social situations with drugs.
Cody donated
11.
$5.
So-
Would the Himalayan have stuck around and noticed the party's all high now?
So, okay, Cody. So as you're kind of like, you look up to the window and you see the Himalaya looking down at you, and you're looking, and you see another Himalaya in the same face, in the same face, in the same face, and now there are 13 Himalayas looking through the window, just their eyes staring at you all at once.
Oh, he'd try to get out of this wrap and run at this point.
Just flopping. So you're flopping. All you can do is flop because Rue has more or less bound you up in this fucking blanket. So you can only flop. So Rue, you see Moonin just fucking like angry bass fish flopping on the bed. What do you do?
He just whispers a little curse. He's going to kind of like try to extricate himself from Kumiko to go and close the blinds on the window.
It's never that easy, Rue. You know that. Kumiko,
Yeah.
I need you to
Oh,
roll
yeah.
me a brain power save again. The whole fandango.
Woo woo.
Woo woo.
Woo.
Not
You
terrible.
do not try and snatch Rue up, and you do not try and spin him in webbing to fight the very strong urge you want to do so. Instead, you turn and you're like, "Where's the Serbian going? Where's Serbru going?" And you see that this odd pancake-shaped thing on the bed is flopping back and forth and spewing syrup everywhere.
Oh no, it's sick.
Oh no, it's sick. Moon, give me a brawn check. You don't have oh no, sorry. Give me acrobatics and cunning. Right? Yeah, cunning. So Moonin is currently harnessing his inner carp, and he is thrashing like a motherfucker on this bed. He's actually getting air. He's like, and Brew, as you're walking towards him, going, "Hey, buddy," he gets a big, huge flop. Rue, cunning save.
Alrighty, I have 2 cunning.
Should go well.
Okay.
You avoid the dagger-bearing talons that fly towards your face. You duck and flick up. You feel the blade brush up your fur. You're like, because you remember seeing those things dig out someone's guts before. And you're able to dodge this first flail from Moonin. Moonin, you land on the floor. As you land, under the bed are a ton of dust bunnies, right? And dust bunnies start like opening their eyes and looking at you. And there are now hundreds of little dust bunnies growing Himalaya heads and Himalaya feathers. And now they're about I'll say about 24 miniature Himalaya harpies kind of waddling towards the front of the bed.
We're just gonna try to scoop Moonin up, put him back up on the bed.
Moonin, give another acrobatics and cunning. Just haven't saved up, brother. 27. So as you grab onto him, Moonin reacts and he starts flopping even harder, and he actually sinks his teeth into Rue's thigh. And Moonin is growling like a feral cat. And he's like just ripping onto Rue's thigh. Rue, give me a grit save.
Okie dokie.
So, Rue, you scream. I'm gonna do a thing for Suki here, I guess. Hold on.
I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying to help.
Suki goes, huh. Let's down this book. Kimiko, you see this pancake biting and tearing at Rue, and Rue is somehow like he's not yelling, and more like he's yelling out in joy, and he's smiling through your shroom haze. And again, his pecs are back to being big. Not sure what that's about. But the pancake is biting on the Rue's leg, and Rue's leg is leaking strawberry jam. It's mixing with the syrup. Rue, you're bleeding from the fucking bite wound, and you know you are.
Yeah,
and,
I'm not surprised.
And Moonin's just tearing your shit up. So what do you do?
So he's gonna toss Moonin onto the bed.
pancake needs fresh air.
Maybe not right now. He'll toss Moonin onto the bed, and he'll quickly close the blinds and cast a healing spell on his leg to stop the bleeding.
Not how that works. You know that.
Okay.
You can't heal yourself, silly man.
Oh, right, true. Okay. Bandage, I guess. He'll wrap some gauze around it or something. Like, splash a little bit of rubbing alcohol on that bitch and just wrap it up.
So as you
bite down on like a belt or something.
So Rue, as you're pouring it on you, Kimiko, you see Rue pouring alcohol on himself and splashing in some very personal places. And Rue appears to be flirting with you. Kimiko, brain power save. Quit giving the harpy drugs.
Yeah.
Stop drugging the harpy.
Drugs.
He can't say no, and you know that.
Peer pressure, man. Peer pressure. So, Kumiko, you believe that this shroom version of Rue is flirting with you and beckoning you.
You're gonna
So
come
before-
up behind him and hug him.
Oh boy. Before she does anything else, I tried to toss Moonin in such a way so that he's facing the wall.
Roll me.
Yeet the harpy like a paper airplane.
Yay! Roll me ballistics.
Alrighty, ballistics.
Because he likes throwing. Okay, now roll me brawn.
Brawn.
An accurate throw.
Any brawn. Oh, okay, not terrible.
Solid throw. Okay, so you land solidly on the bed. Now I'll do a coin flip. See if he is in view or not in view. One in view, two not in view. Moona, you roll and you see this giant monster wrapping her arms around Rue, and Rue's like, his head's still lopped aside. And you watch as just Rue's head is just enveloped by enveloped by fucking Spitty, pretty much. Which is true. Rue, your head is inside Kimiko cleavage immediately, just gone. And we'll end the game there as we fade to a shroom-induced black, I think. One way or the other. All right. When will Chalk 1 not do drugs? The counter is still at 0.
No.
0 days since Chalk 1 got high.
Yeah.
Hybrid roll. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh, yeah, true.
Dun, 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 dun. Suck it, fuckers. 63. All right.
It was worth a shot.
All right. And of course, Moonin's got to watch the entire time, unless Rue can somehow corral Kumiko away from Moonin. Which, in that regard,
he's gonna try to corral her a little bit.
Be a grapple check, Kumiko. You're being enthused by the shrooms. Give me CQP and brawn advantage. Rue, regular CQP and brawn.
Moonin has seen things.
Things that Moonin wishes to forget.
10. That's not a high bar, Rue. Not a high bar at all.
Yeah.
Is it 10 as you said?
At advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah. Moonin, you're just like, as you watch as Kumiko devours Rue. And we will see you guys on Tuesday for Chalk Dust Players. Say goodnight.
Good night, everyone.
Jesus.